Ladies and
How's it
gentlemen,
going?
welcome
Hello.
back to episode
Hello.
14 of the Nameless Shameless podcast.
How is everyone doing tonight?
14?
One of us are not wearing pants. Stick around to see who that is.
Yes.
If your guess is me,
It's a
got a good
25% chance.
Ooh. That's a teaser. Stick around to find out who's not wearing pants.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for
Episode
joining us
14.
once again.
We're kind of
Yes.
like in our teens now. Like we're
Yeah.
deep in the teens.
I
We're
know.
maturing. We're budding. We're
Yeah. Puberty.
becoming ourselves. We're hitting puberty. That could explain why my voice has been cracking so much the last
I'm
3
more
episodes.
interested in females. I'm like, what is
I'm not sure why your voice has been cracking.
puberty. 14. We're 14. Dude, like, it's natural progression.
Congratulations goes out real quick too. We did a contest last time as we did the show before to give away an Anthony Knows pizza. And the winner of this one for the drawing was actually Tyler Middendorf. So congratulations to my cousin Tyler Middendorf won that.
You, Tyler.
Congratulations.
So
Congrats, buddy.
another,
job.
Hope you like
Tyler.
pizza.
yeah, I mean, all you have to do is share the video,
Good pizza,
right?
too.
Yeah.
And then
Just share.
we got some other
Share it
stuff
for
going
us,
on
would you?
tonight as well too. We're gonna make it fun, hopefully. Something
Yep.
for the ladies.
Yes. So there's this awesome lady me and my wife know. Her name is Karen Ann Jones. She's an artist. She goes by Sunday Jones. It's KarenAnnJones.com. I'll put a link in the comments. Through her art, she empowers people to express and celebrate their uniqueness, to feel strong and beautiful. Karen Ann Jones is a painter, clothing designer. She and her husband have 2 warehouses downtown St. Louis where they live with their little dog Giselle. We've babysat Giselle. This dog is hilarious. Her painting studio, gallery, and her 5-unit Airbnb are all their buildings, making her love where she lives. She is an oil painter, painting mostly figurative works. Through her art, she empowers people to celebrate their uniqueness, to feel strong and beautiful. She also has designed a clothing line, hence the clothing right here. This is a shirt we're giving away tonight for people that share. So go ahead and share this, and
Tonight's giveaway.
we're going to give it away. Other than that, her artwork she sells online and in different boutiques around the nation. Her goal
Is
is
it boutiques or is it boutiques?
boutiques.
Boutique.
I think it's boo.
Is it boo?
Boo.
It's the boutiques.
And she says her goal,
Boutique.
my goal in mind is to work, is to express my optimistic, happy, express my optimistic, happy, in love with life, quirky, deep, intimate, and passionate perspective of life. I choose my painting by recreating a visual of feelings I'm having at the moment, and I have to spend personal time with the passionate feeling that I long to experience. This is probably why I don't paint a painting a day. I want to linger in that relationship, and she has some amazing artwork, and I'm going to post a link right now in the comments, guys. But share it. The shirts are priced for tonight, so
Yeah.
let's get them
Karen,
shares out, guys.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Thank you very
Karen.
much, Karen. We appreciate
Thank
that.
you, Karen.
Also, another thank you goes out to Blackout Hockey.
Blackout.
Of course.
Very cool.
We got our stickers in.
We
I
got
got
our
my,
stickers in.
got my
Very
Blues
cool.
guy there. It's nice.
Blues guys everywhere now.
I mean, of course, again, we can't thank enough Anthony Knows for the pizzas that they've offered for us to give out as well too. We also we're planning on giving away some more art today, and then also a free dog nail trimming from Missy Donner, who was very kind to offer that to us as well. We're going to push that back to next show. So we got the T-shirt for tonight for any of the ladies that like the kind of artsy look to it.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
Remember, I think Shay would wear that. That's Shay's
No,
type
it's beautiful.
there. Yeah.
Beautiful artwork.
She does big pieces too. I mean, like there's
I've seen her canvas before.
Yeah, at the gathering
Yeah.
place that we go to. She's got this 8-foot by 8-foot piece. It's just immaculate. It's beautiful.
I mean, I think as you get as I've gotten older, at least I've gotten grown this appreciation. I think more of an appreciation for art.
Absolutely.
It's something you don't, I think, respect at a young age.
I know, going from the
No
Beastie Boys thing in your in your computer room to
Yeah.
signed everything.
We all had
Absolutely.
the pencil art of our favorite musical artists when we were growing up.
By the way, who drew that?
What's that?
Who drew that logo?
Yeah.
The logo for us?
Yes.
Oh,
Right,
that
yeah.
was actually a friend of mine, Mary. Drew
That's
that for us.
amazing.
I
Is that
love
going to be
Mary.
digitized?
We'll find out. Actually,
Okay,
we'll post up whenever we get some more too. That was kind of the early preview.
That was cool. I like that.
She's very particular about how she's doing it and wants to make sure that we like it. So I was not planning on even talking about that tonight. So I think that's cool that you brought that up. So I'm sure she'll be
Coming
thankful for that as
soon.
well.
Wait till you see it. You guys
Yeah.
will love it.
Yeah, it's a nice one. We had to get all 4 of us on some sort of logo, right?
Sure.
So how
and-
she's doing it and wants to make sure that we
Absolutely.
like it. So
I got audio
was not
coming through
planning
the
on even
mic
talking
now.
about that tonight. So I think
Remember?
that's cool that you brought that up. So I'm sure
I've got
she'll,
audio coming through.
Coming
Myself
soon.
coming through.
Yeah.
Yes.
See it.
So hold on 1 second.
Yeah, it's a nice one. We had to get all 4 of us on some
It's
sort of
you know,
level.
it's just our.
Sure.
So how she's doing it and what's
Hey,
We
there
just
go.
wanted to
Thank
make
you.
sure you guys heard that, and
yeah.
we'd
It's this little
replay it for you.
I went to post a comment and open the chat room, so we're good.
We just wanted to
So,
make sure.
but yeah, that we've got a logo that's being made that's got all 4 of us on there. It's pretty neat. Actually, looking at the drawing of it, like
It is.
myself and
It is
you
very
look
cool.
really
Oh my
spot
God.
on. You guys are
Cool.
almost spot on too. So,
looks real
thank
nice.
you, Mary. We appreciate that for sure. Local stuff going on as well too. Any of you guys golfers?
I am.
I've
You
golfed
are?
one time with
Yeah.
like Brad Gorman and Jared Horvath,
Oh, some
or Jared
old
Smothers
hockey
one
friends.
time.
Old hockey friends.
Name
there.
drops.
Yeah.
It's
Have you-
fun. I love golfing. I don't do it regularly, maybe once a year, but every time.
Did you ever golf at Tower
It's
T?
damn fun.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I did.
Well,
par 3, small little course.
so
there.
it closed down. They ripped everything out. They're redoing some stuff in there, right? So Tower T is coming back 2021. Apparently,
you.
pretty
Oh,
strong.
yeah,
Nice.
we'll be
They're
here.
going to have, I think, the 2-layer top tier driving range with like kind of what
nice.
Top Golf has as well too.
Fancy.
So you can play all the games that you can play out at Top Golf there as
Awesome.
well.
I
That's
love
awesome.
Topgolf, too.
Batting
That's Tower
cages.
T?
Yeah, Tower T.
Tower T.
Batting cages are going to be there as well too, and with tea time closing up, there's really not too many places for kids to go around. I remember that was a thing I used to do whenever I was young, was go to the
Love
batting
going to
cages.
Batting cages. Get some
So-
aggression
So
out.
nice.
Those
Yeah.
baseballs. Oh,
Yeah, it's cool
That
to
was
see
always
that
fun.
that they're going to be reopening and putting something like that back out there for people.
That
And
is awesome.
I heard. I mean, they had a good area for that par 3
They did.
course.
Yeah.
It was
So-
great.
I had a lot of fun playing that par
Yeah,
3. That
yeah.
was, especially when I was younger.
It was
that
so
Yeah,
much
perfect.
fun.
You got a couple guys that are out there. You go walk the course and stuff, and
Yeah.
roll your
Just
bag
a
behind you. It
blast.
was a good
Yeah.
time. So
Is
it's
that
good.
new news?
This is new. Yeah. Well, I mean, they just released some information.
Okay.
You might not be able to
I'm
find
seeing
an
something
article
from
about
December.
it. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Some
It's
local South Countyans, I believe, are are the ones that are bringing it back.
and I'm glad they are.
They remember
'cause-
it from their childhood. And
Yeah.
a lot of our childhoods, we grew up in Tower T. What a beautiful place. Bring it back.
I mean, it's something like I said. You're bored. You can get out of the house. You can go hit a bucket of balls. You can go get in the batting
so much
cages and
fun.
take a couple swings if you want to.
I love that place. They had decent batting cages, but they kept winning best batting cages in the in South County for a long time in the RFTs or whatever. They
Yeah.
were good. They were decent. They got you where you needed to be.
Yeah. Well, hey, we got a cheers going on over here.
beer is great.
Cheers for
what is
beers.
that? That looks delicious.
I don't drink beer, but this is really good.
Okay.
Fantastic.
So tell me about it,
It's so
Mark.
good.
You're the specialty guy here when it comes to the beer, man. You got the street sodies in
I
the
got
house,
the
man.
street sody
Tell
from
me about
Four
it.
Hands. I'm sure everyone knows where Four Hands is and how big they've gotten.
If
but,
not, tell us where are they at.
they are downtown. They're actually right down by the ballpark and across from the old Rock House,
Yep.
I believe. Yeah, and
Got it right.
Street Sody is fantastic. It's a dry hopped, hazy IPA. I love IPAs. I have to say this is one of the best ones I've had from St. Louis.
It's
One of the
good.
best ones I've-
Yeah.
I think even if you're not an IPA person, you could drink this and you would probably continue to buy it. It's that good. So I got some passion fruit Prussia too, which
I'd love to try that.
a little shout out to Little Shop of Horrors on there. You
Little
can see it's
Shop
got
of Horrors.
Audrey on there. You know?
Were we talking about Rick Moranis last
Yeah.
time?
We were.
Another
Yeah,
great
About how good of a guy
is
that he
a
was.
Fantastic
Yeah, solid.
beer.
Is it
Street
orange
soda.
citrusy? What is it? It
It's
looks
just hoppy. It
orangey.
basically it looks like orange juice, and it's
It does.
amazing. It's got like a real good fruit taste to
Did
it.
you mention the pairings already?
And it's got the pairings: cheese puffs and beef jerky. So
that right?
Oh my gosh.
This is
I
my
lived
kind
on
of beer.
that from 10 to 13 years old on cheese puffs and
My kind
beef
of-
jerky.
my kind
Maybe
of
I still do.
combos.
Maybe.
Maybe. Just
Maybe.
maybe. But
Just maybe. But no,
Either-
baby.
street sodies. What was the
Street
name
Sody,
of the one
Passion
that's the
fruit Prussia.
Passion fruit Prussia.
And that's a good one. It's kind of like a Berliner Weiss or sour, if you will. It's real light, but it's
a great
when it's
one.
hot. It's
Yeah.
good to
Oh, yeah.
slam those very quickly. So
Boomer, what do you think about that street sody, man? It's the first time you've had it. You're saying that you think it's pretty tasty?
So I'm not a big drinker nor a beer connoisseur. So when it comes to me, there's like 3 types of beer. There's like Bud Light, And then you have your IPAs, and then you have your dark beers.
Yeah, your stouts
and then
and things.
my wife's a bartender, so I've kind of like extended my knowledge towards alcohol. My favorite beer though would be like a framboise,
Yeah.
or a it's like a raspberry.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Those are good.
it's just like candy, like a grape juice. It's delicious. But yes, this is a very good beer. The design on it reminds me of like Rock and Roll Arena.
Yep.
Like
The
when you go-
styrofoam cups.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were just talking about that.
What's the artist that did that? I don't even know, but he did the whole video where he had the monster truck with.
Oh, that's Oliver Tree.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, he had the
Nuts.
sequins shirt and shorts of that exact thing on, and he had a monster truck to match it as well too.
Yeah.
But so those are a
Oregon's
couple good
always-
options for you.
Yeah, I mean that's a great place. One of the first, real craft breweries that kind of, Schlafly was there beforehand,
Love it.
got in the mix, and now they're probably one of the biggest ones we have, and they always have cool artwork. They're real supportive of everything in St. Louis. So if you haven't been to Four Hands, you're missing out. So
That's
you should
awesome.
go.
Mark's Thirsty Thursday beer and
Thirsty
brewery of
Thursday.
the night.
Oh,
What you know
yeah.
about it?
Oh,
What you know
yeah.
about it? Hey, we posted up something in the group earlier today. Said what local eateries are you guys just like you can't wait for like them to open back up? Some of them may have been open for a while, but we wanted to hear who you're getting excited about as far as that goes. Once all this stuff kind of settles down. We had Zach Jennings. Please pronounce it for me. Joyous.
Joyous.
Joyous
On the hill.
Deli.
Tony
Thank you.
Mariani. That's Joyous.
And Tony Mariani as well.
Wonderful.
That
He
is
loves
a.
that place.
I mean, I've heard great things about it. I personally have not had anything from there.
Oh,
Italian
Kyle, can I
trio.
take you there?
Sure.
I will
Wonderful
buy you.
place.
I will buy you.
I've
your
never had
sandwich.
anything from there. It sounds incredible. Now, is this? I mean, Jason Lay threw out. Is it Black Market Eats?
Black
is that how you
Market
say
Eats,
it?
yeah.
And it's a
they
sushi burrito.
You can get a sushi burrito. I've had a spicy tuna burrito from there. And
It's not bad. They have poke bowls and
They got
stuff there
poke bowls.
too.
Yeah, it's very cool.
What's
good.
it called again?
Black Market Eats.
Black Market
BLK.
Eats. Really?
MKT.
Jason Lay, good call out on that. Yeah,
Right
we-
next to Narwhals, who was one of my
Yeah,
shout
I
outs
gotta
the
go
other
there
week.
still.
Yeah.
Hit
Still
up,
gotta
hit
go
up,
there.
hit up those both at the same time.
Yeah.
It's you
Mark-
can't beat that combo.
Sam Houston says Broadway Oyster Bar. That's another one.
Oh,
I mean, Broadway oyster bars.
classic.
For seafood,
doesn't-
anything like that.
Who doesn't love the oyster
And I
bar?
love Cajun, spicy seafood, anything like that. You can't go wrong with anything.
Right.
Broadway
They're
oyster.
opening little bit at a time too. They're opening this. They're open now.
Oh, nice.
They're
There we
open
go.
now.
There we go.
Awesome place for live music. Don't know how soon they'll get to that or if they're going to do that right
Hopefully
away.
sooner
but
than later,
I
because
think
live
so,
music,
too.
I think, really it really
That'll be
Definitely
big.
helps
brings
that
an
place
energy
lot,
to a
for
place
sure.
that I think some places are going away from.
And they always had the
Right.
late night bands from like the 10 to 2 a.m., which was fun. But they also always had just an acoustic person playing at dinner time, usually
like
from
acoustic,
That's
though.
cool.
5 to
You know?
7 or
Yeah.
so.
Soft
The outdoor
listen.
patio
Which-
is so cool.
Oh,
Love it out
Yeah.
there.
shout out to the
Very
Oyster
cool
Bar.
place.
I
Love
love
you
that
so
place.
much.
Great
Yes.
food.
We also had Nicole Kramer, who's throughout Olive and Oak.
Oh, yeah.
What do you
Very
know about
awesome.
it? I have never been there as well, so that's another place that I don't know
Unreal
anything
place.
about. Really good.
Unreal place. One of our first date. My beautiful,
Ooh.
Yep.
my beautiful,
Your lady,
bird.
is that what you're gonna call her? Do you help
I'll
there?
call her my bird. First
I
date
love
with my
Bird.
bird
Aw.
was at Olive and Oak. Beautiful place, awesome scenery, awesome
Awesome
vibe,
place.
awesome food. Every time
They
we get the
always
same
have.
server for some
Right.
reason. He's a great guy. Forgot his name, but great dude.
Great craft beer place, too. They always have
Great
They stay on
beers.
top of it with the good beers, too. So,
Yeah.
good food, good beers there.
Good story too behind it. The owners lost children to heart disease, and if
Yep.
you notice, like you said, they have the hearts all over, lit up.
Pictures of hearts everywhere. So, it's a very it's a cool vibe.
Olive and Oak were their children's names. that
Very
they
cool
lost when they were
owners
younger.
for sure, too.
Link
Great
in the
people, I know
comments.
one
Great
of them.
people, good people. Support
Yep.
them. Opening back up. Shout out to Olive and Oak.
Absolutely. So good call outs. Thank you for going onto the group page and responding back to the comments or the post that we had on there. Any interactivity we can get from anybody that's following us or a member of the group is great. So good call outs, guys. Another thing that's coming up too, as far as entertainment, we were talking about forms of entertainment. Casinos are starting to open up soon too.
Yes.
I mean, I'm curious to see how that's going to end up working out too. Sometimes on a busy weekend,
Right.
casinos are just jam packed. Like, I mean, there's almost maybe every other slot machine you can block off or something like that. Or
How many people touch a slot machine on the average, like per night?
I mean,
Yeah, you can't.
It just depends,
never
man.
know.
You know, there's
Some of
so
those
many games
people-
on there. The highly active ones,
Yeah, a lot. Some of those
Yeah,
people post.
thousands, hundreds of people.
some
hundreds of
thousand
people,
in a
yeah.
night. If it's a highly anticipated
Oh,
machine,
yeah.
absolutely.
Wheel of Fortunes, they're
The
touched
Britney
on.
Spears
I love
one's
Wheel
my
of Fortune.
favorite.
Yeah.
But they all some of those some of you folks out there post up on those and you don't leave them.
Yeah.
so you play them for hours.
And I creep
you might
around the
stand
corner
there.
and wait till you leave.
Right, because we stare at you with that.
I like
That
the
one's
TV
ready to hit.
themed
that
ones.
gaze from across the casino. It says, "Get the hell off my Wheel of Fortune machine."
The strange redhead glaring
Gambling.
at me around the corner.
Now I'm not gonna lie to you. I enjoyed that machine because you know what's better than hitting the spin.
Yeah.
And then your eyes light up and you're like, "Holy shit, I'm gonna win
They've sucked you
something
in.
on that wheel right,
Right.
there." And I actually won the $1,000 prize twice on
you
there.
really?
I did.
Lucky
the first
you.
time I was really young. First time I actually started gambling, so I went back like probably the next 3 days and then lost most of what I won.
Yeah, that's how you usually do it.
Did I
how
learn
it
my
usually
lesson? No. I mean, I'm pinned back and lost more, but
That's okay.
I'm not a fan of the
it's a
casino.
form of entertainment.
I'm not a big
Yes.
casino.
Me
guy.
neither. I
It's
love
all by the adrenaline drip.
I love the
Lights.
atmosphere. I just love going to have $9 drinks and sitting around the lights and hearing the dings and dongs around me.
There's a lot of interesting folk there. So,
People
I mean,
watching's great there
it's not
for
a bad
sure.
place for that. And if you get done there and you're tired of it, Walmart.
Yeah,
or
people at
Telegraph's not
Walmart,
Too far.
Same, yeah.
So
you can follow it up with something even wilder.
Is there?
You can.
There's a people of Walmart.com. Is there a casino like the people of
That would
casinos.com?
be a great idea.
Oh my god, can we trademark that?
That would be a good.
See, it's a little dark in
People
there,
of
so you'd have to have your
casinos.
flash on to get pictures, and people would be
Oh,
like, "You just
man.
took a picture of me." There'd be a lot of fights going on.
Yeah, they would.
I would just.
They would
See,
know.
we haven't hit any of the comment section here. Nicole Kramer says Alvin Oak has deep connections to heart issues with kiddos. We talked about that.
Yes.
So
Yep.
Great
thank you for that
place.
call out, Nicole. We
Thanks,
really
Nicole.
appreciate that. What else do we have here? Kim Owen Metters says Broadway Oyster Bar is open 4 to 8 right now. So
Ooh,
a lot of these
just
places
closed,
that
but-
we're talking about, these people should be able to get out there and get going too.
Good.
Coming back, baby.
We're getting
And then
there.
Shay Gutnick says that she loves the foodies in STL. We know how to eat. That is
yes,
true.
we do.
That
That's
is
St.
true.
Louis is known as a
Good
foodie.
food, man. We got
Yeah.
good food here.
Taylor loves goals. I mean, Taylor, thanks for tuning in as well, too, man. I appreciate that. While Taylor's on here, man, let's talk about SpaceX, man. I mean, he's a big space nut.
Yeah.
He's got a picture he posted up on social media
Yeah.
of him and his boy, I think, outside of JFK Center, I think. And there was supposed to be a launch, right?
Yeah.
Was it supposed to be yesterday? Or 2
Tuesday?
days ago?
Yesterday.
Yesterday?
Tuesday,
Yep.
Yeah.
Wednesday, yeah.
So we were supposed to have a launch, and it ends up getting postponed. They had those guys inside that rocket for like 6-8 hours. Yeah, we're gonna do it. No, we're not gonna do it.
It was
Wait a
so
minute.
foggy. Did you see the picture? I mean, you
Yeah,
couldn't
I mean,
even
it was
see.
bad.
You
It
couldn't
was
even
bad.
see the ship through the
God.
fog.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable.
But
I mean, you don't want to launch a rocket when you
Nah.
can't see. It's not like you're driving a car.
No,
I mean, you're
right.
launching a
Especially
rocket.
the first time you've set actual people up there. Like,
I mean, we're talking about something that we haven't done though
in
like
their
9 or 10 years.
stormtrooper
Right.
suits, by
Right.
the way. They look like stormtroopers.
I mean,
their suits are cool.
They're pretty intense.
Yeah.
But hey, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm excited about it. We haven't had anything like
think
this
it's
for
cool,
9,
too.
10 years. I don't think that this is something that we need to be giving up on by any means. I think NASA got their funding cut like crazy, right? Maybe it was misguided and misdirected. I'm not sure about that whole backstory to that, but this whole SpaceX thing that we have going on with them launching stuff up is promising. It gives us something
Yeah.
to like kind of look forward to. Is like what else is out there?
Yeah.
you know?
Right.
yeah, some people, I thought, they might think he's crazy, but if NASA is actually collaborating with Elon now and they're moving forward with big stuff like this, and
I think
that's
they're
a
riding
good
his
sign.
coattail.
You think so?
You think so?
Oh,
you think
yeah.
he's smarter than NASA?
I mean, I wouldn't say
mean-
smarter, but man, he's definitely doing it big.
Yeah.
he is. He's
Hey-
making it. There's a lot of talk all the time. He's making.
I mean,
it
the
come to life.
satellites you see at night now, when you
Yeah.
look up in the sky, that's
Absolutely.
beautiful.
Lifetime watcher TJ Casey says that it'll be Saturday now. So
Yeah,
they're going to
Scheduled
postpone
for-
the launch back till Saturday. If the weather's good there, then we'll get it off then.
Yep.
And I'll be watching. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie. I'll be at work,
Oh,
but
I
I'm
will be
sure
too.
I'll have
Sure.
some app on my phone that will allow me.
Yeah,
to
there's a
watch.
live stream.
I
too,
remember when
for
the
launch, I'm
rocket
sure.
went up and then landed back down, and I was like, "Whoa!" Like,
blew your mind.
When he
imagine
shot.
that. Like, how the hell do you do that?
So that's it. So he shot off. So he shot off 4 unsuccessfully, but since then he shot off 16 to 17 successfully.
Yeah,
So now he feels safe enough to go forward with actually putting people in it and putting them up there.
yeah. So I mean, it's promising, right?
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see where it takes us. At least it's going somewhere with it. Question. This is a random thing. I had a conversation with a friend about this as well too. I'm not a big breakfast person. Okay, I don't do breakfast really
You
in the
gotta be in the
morning.
mood.
I don't
However,
either.
I gotta
however,
be in the mood.
Most
maybe.
important meal of the day.
I
Apparently.
love cereal. I don't know what to tell you.
I do too.
Let's go around table. Give me your favorite cereal, man. Nick, what's your favorite cereal? If you had
Well,
to eat it right now,
man.
boom, what's it gonna be?
Just today, I ate Cookie Crisp.
Cookie
That's
Crisp.
a good one. That's a good one.
What's the
Miniature
last cereal
Cracker
you ate?
cookies.
Fruity Pebbles.
Fruity Pebbles.
Yeah.
I have two Fruity Pebbles, and I got made fun of by Ian when we were playing hockey. That I said, Fruity Pebbles, really? But you know what?
good.
Since I switched over to almond milk, what I do is I take Chex and I use half almond milk, half water, and a little stevia, so you're not getting milk or sugar.
That's some really
That's
hippie shit right
it's
there.
some hippie,
Real hippie.
yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I'm vegan.
See, I put Lucky
Save the
Charms on top
planet.
of my Fruity
But,
Pebbles and just
hey,
say,
stay
I
healthy.
have a soft spot for Fred. I have a soft spot for Fred Flintstone and Fruity Pebbles. I'm not gonna lie.
Dude, I gotta throw this out there, dude. Cinnamon Toast Crunch
Cinnamon
all
Toast,
day
yeah.
long.
Hey,
that's-
CTC.
What's
That's a
CT
good
Crunch?
one. What's
CT
up?
Crunch is where it's at. If you're
Yeah.
not on it, you need to be on it.
We're all in agreement
TJ
there.
says Cocoa Pebbles. We have Jeremy
Cocoa
Lade
Pebbles.
saying
Not bad.
Captain
Good.
Crunch.
It
Captain
cuts your
Crunch
mouth.
is good.
Yeah, it slices up
Yeah.
the roof of your mouth.
know.
You
Yeah,
got skin
that's by
hanging.
design, so that way you don't eat it too fast.
Slow down.
No, hey, we also have a friend of mine, Elaine, tune in and going back to the Elon thing. She says Elon is a genius with getting. I can't see any glasses with getting term plans. But there are definitely questions if he crossed the line into insanity. Possibly. I mean, he's an interesting character. I mean, I can't fault the guy for it, but yeah, I mean, he has great ideas. He has some ideas that are not so great, but I think that's the normal for most of us, right?
There's a very thin
Only
line.
he has more good ideas than we do.
There's a very
Sure.
thin line between creativity and insanity. And I've noticed that with artists that paint and that do music.
Sure.
There is. There's a very thin
We
line
gotta-
between creativity and insanity.
I agree. We have a
There's no
peanut butter Captain Crunch thrown out there. We're getting a specialty Captain Crunch now from Jason
Ooh.
Lay. That's a good one too.
That one.
But we talked about cereal. We talked about someone actually ended up bringing up Lucky Charms. I think you said you're mixing
I
that
was
in
gonna
like a
put
half
that
and
on
half.
top of my Fruity Pebbles.
Oh my gosh! Well,
Just
speaking
because, what the hell?
of rainbows, Boomer, you said you saw something on your way
On
over
the
here?
way here, I saw the most beautiful rainbow.
Did you make a video like that dude did on YouTube with the double
Oh
rainbow?
my god, a double rainbow! I remember seeing him on Tosh.0. But yeah, no, it was an awesome rainbow. The weather's being really weird right now. I feel like the clouds are moving faster than normal. But yeah, definitely I saw a rainbow today. I got a picture of it. It was beautiful. It looked like it was I was driving right by down Baumgartner. There's that little like landscaping company. And like I thought there was a pot of gold behind it.
Oh my gosh! Did you really follow it all the way down?
That's why I was late.
Think you're gonna get?
That's
that
why
you're
I was late.
I always
Kyle.
try to find the end of
Dude,
it.
I've
Dude.
always wanted to do that.
You never will find it. It's like an optical illusion with the sky and how light reflects from the atmosphere.
the
and stuff.
leprechaun-
Yeah,
want you
that's
to
what you think. I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm not.
I'm
gonna
sorry.
spoil
Did
it.
you say your
I'm not gonna
favorite
spoil it
cereal
for the
was
rest of
Lucky
them out there.
Charms?
They're always after me, Lucky Charms.
Skittles or Taste the Rainbow.
Well, though, hey, speaking of like some fun stuff, we got Six Flags news, right?
I know.
Did you guys see about that?
Man,
so,
who doesn't love Six Flags?
so there's a couple things that I remember about Six Flags. It's how many times can you ride the Ninja and then not feel your back or neck because you get rattled around back and
Rattled
forth so much.
bad.
I'm over it.
Then you had the wooden roller coaster, the Boss, that was like wooden, so it shakes
Screaming
back and
Eagle.
forth and hurts. His Screaming Eagle was there. They're apparently saying, you know what, pandemic or not, we ain't giving you your money back. Shut for 2 months. People
So
with
can I
season
show
passes.
up and get rides? still?
but
No,
they are
Just go get the
saying
money
you can
back.
come and wear a mask.
they're saying you can come to the park and wear a mask, but
Oh,
you have to
come on.
wear a mask if you're like 4 years or older. Like, so you're gonna tell me you're gonna ride the Ninja with a full face mask on?
Oh, I'd have a
It's hard
panic
enough to
attack,
breathe.
I
It's hard enough to
think.
breathe as is whenever you're going that fast on a roller
Yeah,
coaster.
yeah.
I'm just throwing it out
sure.
there. I'm just saying Six Flags. I mean, extend season passes for crying out loud.
So that's a
Right.
stipulation. The season passes are null and void now. You get no money back for it. You can come to the park still, but you have to wear a mask the entire time. Is there a capacity limit?
I'm
I think
sure
it's
that-
reservations.
Reservation,
Yeah, I
probably.
think
So.
so.
there is.
Interesting. You guys, maybe we should
Doggone.
rent out Six Flags and do a nameless
For the
shameless
whole day?
Dude.
That'd be cool.
at Six Flags. Maybe the prices are cheap right now.
Over in
Should
the
be
U-
real cheap.
Over in the UK, the Insomniac Productions are one of the production companies that throw EDC. They actually do an EDC at the Six Flags over in the UK or England. So they
Really?
rent the whole park out and throw this huge festival, which is awesome. I would love to go to one of those
Well,
That's cool.
speaking of
without
other,
a mask on, obviously.
Right.
speaking of other country news, What you tell me? Prehistoric great white shark nursery found
Yeah.
in. I'm gonna say this the right way. Chile.
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 Beautiful.
Okay.
Chile.
So my follow up like news story for that would be, don't go to Chile and get in the water. Okay,
come on.
this is
I can't
terrifying.
swim anyways, Kyle.
I'm sorry, you can't swim. Oh yeah, I
talked
forgot. We
about
talked
this.
about this. Did anyone ever find Mark a personal a swim teacher to give him swim lessons? We actually were looking for that.
I would prefer
on
a
the list.
large male trainer.
Dude, just jump in and doggy paddle. You'll figure it out.
For some reason, I just get real nervous and then I just drown.
Hey, fun fact: if you take a baby,
It's not good.
and if you grab a baby and set them in water and like let their hands hit like the water, naturally they will waddle.
It's like puppies.
Really?
It's embedded in our DNA.
I just never got that
That's awesome.
opportunity, I think.
I'm gonna push you in the water.
Your
Hey,
parents
we'll
never
go
just
swimming.
threw you in the water.
As
What are you
long
doing
as
Sun- what are you
if
doing
I got
Saturday?
Floaties, I'll be fine.
Oh my god!
How deep is the water? You're gonna push me in.
What?
3 feet.
This
I should
depends.
be all right.
Well, let's just suss,
stand
hey,
up.
you know what? Let's just suss you around in like a kiddie pool for a minute until you get comfortable. We'll step you up to it. You know? We don't want to throw you into a situation that you're not comfortable with.
Yeah, if you got one of them little blue ones that are about yay big,
Does the color really matter though?
they're
Blue.
usually blue.
It has to be blue.
Maybe
Represent
green.
There's
water.
pink ones
We'll
too.
get you a noodle.
If we have to do pink, I'll do the pink.
I mean, hey,
Wait. Yeah, we'll do the pink one.
you went straight to pink.
I mean,
Hey, TJ
Whatever.
Casey
That's okay,
says,
we're
pretend to be Bane and ride the Batman ride. Oh, the irony in that. Like, put on your face
the
mask and
mask.
then ride the Batman
wow.
ride. Why not, man?
would be
I mean, I'm for it.
Yeah.
I'm for it. So, dude, honestly, I'm not going to lie to you, though. I go to Florida every year, and I don't get into the Gulf very often anymore. I used to as a kid. Not really that too enthused to get in there. Salt water in your eyes.
What's wrong with
sucks.
it? That's it. Saltwater is the problem.
No, not really that. It's like, the Gulf's not really that clear either, so it's murky. You got to shuffle your feet. There's stingray, there's jellyfish, there's all kinds of things out there that can harm you.
Now you're freaking me out. I'm supposed to be going there in 2 weeks.
I
how Shay
love
is.
going.
Here's
my
the
wife
deal.
is.
I mean,
can't
don't get me
swim,
wrong.
I still go out there.
I will go out there maybe I don't know. I'm like maybe I'm jaded to it now. I've been going down there for like 30 something years it feels like, for the last 30 years of my life I've been going down there. So like after you do it so many times, it's kind of like I don't want to do it again.
used to.
Go out to the sandbar and find some sand dollars or something
Ooh.
like that.
By the way, Karen just tuned in. Karen Jones, thanks for tuning in. She's the one that's
Karen.
donated the shirt tonight. We did to give you a shout out earlier and a link to your website. Thanks for tuning in. Here's the shirt, guys. Make sure you share this post.
Yes, please
Share.
the post.
Sharing is caring.
Very cool.
If you share the post, then you are entered to win the drawing.
Yes.
Tyler Middendorf was the winner of the Antonino's pizza that we gave away from last episode.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
I will get a hold of him since that's my cousin, and we'll find a way to get
And
to
it's
him.
not rigged, I swear.
No, we've
Chose a random number.
been doing it in a fair way, so that way everybody has a chance to win, and even people that are top contributors on our page too, they get a little extra throw in there as well too. So
Yes.
we appreciate that. Famous, people news. Ellie Kemper. Who doesn't like Ellie Kemper, right?
Love her.
Oh,
Local
yeah.
office
Yeah.
alumni.
She's apparently quarantining in St. Louis. She's from here.
Cool.
That's
Where's
nice.
she at?
I don't know if they will release that information to you.
That's private.
Ellie Kemper, if you're
You know-
listening.
you know
You
what
have an
happened?
address available.
You know what happened last time, Nick.
That's none of your goddamn business, Dan. And I appreciate if you say it on my personal affairs.
But no, honestly, Ellie Kemper is like one of
wondering.
my. I mean, I don't know what it is. She's adorable. Like as far as an actress goes, her character on The
Oh, yeah, she's
Office
funny
was
as hell.
awesome.
Yep.
And then everything else she plays in, she's just a
In
genuinely
Bad
happy
Teacher, her
person.
line is, "Oh, I love fresh summer corn."
Oh my god. She probably got paid a lot of money to do that
Oh,
too.
yeah, she
Probably
did.
did.
Yeah. Speaking of my Florida trip, that's normally on the 4th of July. Eureka Mayor, actually, did you guys hear about this? Started like a fundraiser to try to save the fireworks display for 4th of July.
Really?
The Eureka Mayor?
Eureka Mayor, yes.
Eureka.
Like in St. Louis?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Eureka, Missouri. Shout out.
Yeah, Eureka, Missouri, trying to get the festivities going. I give him praise for trying to do a fundraiser to keep the events going, but I just don't know if that's going to still promote, not a social gathering at this time. So I think it's a long shot. But I mean, I'm going to Florida, like I said, for the 4th of July. I'm not expecting that to be going on as far as the fireworks going on at that time either, which I'm okay with that.
Yep.
I mean, it's not.
He's
a big,
raised more than 2,000 already, it says here. Go fund me.
That's very cool.
Nice.
Link in the comments.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. For sure. I mean,
I like
those are
fireworks.
Fireworks on 4th of July.
Snakes and sparklers.
You can
I
have,
have,
a display with everyone in their cars, though, too.
Yeah, I
mean, you
think
can
so.
figure that
Yeah, I
out.
don't think that's a huge. Yeah,
know?
you'd sit on the sit by the car or something and watch it, or go down to the Lake of the Ozarks and just be a part of everything
Oh my gosh.
and everyone
Yeah, they don't
in
give
the
a crap
same
down there.
pool.
That was crazy.
Head on down.
I'm getting called out too in the comment section that says that a friend of mine who's been down in Florida with me says, I don't think I've even saw you in the pool.
Oh wow.
Well, you don't have,
Yeah. You
Pale
gotta, you gotta
skin
be
like
careful
this.
with
And
that.
well,
Yeah.
I can vouch for
You
that.
gotta be careful.
basically
with
it's a vicious cycle, all right? I just burn and then I peel into a fresh white skin.
You can't keep the white
And listen-
complection
And
if
then
you
I do
go
it
in the
all again.
sun.
Yeah.
He's got it mastered. Don't
have-
mess with it.
I've reached my limit of freckles that I'm willing to deal with.
that. So you blamed it on the murky Gulf and all the scary jellyfish, but really it's just
I mean, no, I
you're a
could
little
put
scared of the sun.
no, I could put a t-shirt on and go out in the Gulf, man. I'm not really worried about that. It's just I'm not lying to you. I would prefer to not get salt water in my mouth or in my
Yeah,
eyes
it's
and
gross.
stuff. And there is the fact that there could be something out there that could sting you or this or that. I'm not really worried about that per
is
se.
kinda creepy.
But I'm terrified of like alligators, crocodiles, sharks.
Got some gators out
I
in the
don't.
Gulf.
That,
Sharks are around.
that stuff doesn't scare me. But like if I were out in the water and someone was like, "Hey," yelling at me and said there's a shark just messing around, I would be swimming for my life.
Yeah,
That's the
oh,
thing.
dude, it's happened. It's weird.
I'd
Yeah.
be so
They're getting ballsy. They're coming way closer to the shore.
Dead
man.
right.
I don't know why it
Wherever
reminded me
I
of
was.
Caddyshack when they throw the candy bar in there.
I have a hard,
Duty.
I have a hard time believing that Mark cannot swim. I don't know what it is.
It's a fact.
You look like you
Really?
might be actually very graceful in the
Have
water.
you ever tried?
I mean, that's just something. Are you comparing me to a whale or something like
No,
that?
I'm just saying like
'Cause they
maybe
are graceful. in the water.
synchronized swimmer. You look like that might
know-
be something you might have in your repertoire that maybe we didn't know
You
about.
know, I have a friend too, Tim Jacobsmeyer. We went to school with who can't swim, and Tim Gunther actually tried to teach us and scared the hell out of us. So we haven't tried to swim ever again.
Shout out Tim Gunther. Haven't
Tim
seen
Gunther.
him for
Maybe-
a while. He actually
maybe
helped
we'll
out
take-
my grandfather
Yeah.
whenever he had a little incident with a little fender bender or something
Fender
like
bender.
that. But
Yeah,
He's a good
no,
dude.
thank you, Tim. I appreciate
Yeah.
that, man. My grandpa thanks you as well. But
Any other close friends that can't swim we can call out?
That's the only one.
it's only one.
I can't think of
Only
anyone.
one. I mean, most people can.
I love water.
I got it.
Yeah.
I'm sure I know a
Yeah.
couple.
And I love going to the ocean. I just am like, okay, well, I might die if I get a little bit farther out, so I'll just stay right here.
Yeah, you got to watch yourself out there.
Yeah.
Sandbars
Hey,
are so
carried away.
mysterious too. It's like you're standing. You can't.
How am I standing out here and there's
It's
water
weird.
in here? But it's deeper out there.
Plus-
but then you
Sometimes you can't see anything.
Every
around
15
you.
minutes, I got to put SPF 500 on.
Yeah,
So-
hey, I have to throw this out. Shay Gutnick says, Kyle, I love your shirt. Is that the great Chris Farley? And the answer is yes,
Yes.
it is.
You
Better
betcha.
known as Matt Foley,
Yes.
who lives in a van down
Down
by
by
the
the
river. So, yes, another shout out. I love Chris Farley. I love the
know it.
chive
I am
shirts
divorced.
that they did to him. I am divorced. That is
I
like
live.
hands down one of my favorite Saturday Night
It's one of
Live
the best.
sketches
Great
ever.
shirt.
One of the
David
best.
Spade is losing it the entire time.
And Christina
And
Applegate
Christina
with her
Applegate.
head down.
Yeah.
Great shirt.
Yeah.
Kyle.
So hey, we talked about Elon Musk earlier. He's in the news again. Jay Leno, talk about it. Like he was
So
doing.
that
What's
was
the name of that
awesome.
tunnel? Right,
That's called the Boring Tunnel. I
the
think.
boring tunnel.
Yeah, I mean
Where
his
it's like
company is
a-
They go
Boring
for a
Company.
ride in it.
He's dug a 1.5 mile tunnel underneath Los Angeles that will take you from one spot to the next.
They stopped that too, which I think they shouldn't have. But
They
whatever.
that's where they stopped it at the 1.5
I
miles.
think so. They were like, "Dude, stop doing this. You're too like way ahead of the future." I think.
I mean,
Wrong. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, I know it would
Is this-
decrease traffic and
so this
Exactly.
is his idea of being able to allow cars to basically drive single file down a tunnel that was bored that has mixed with steel and concrete reinforced, so that way him and Jay Leno took a little drive through the
Yeah.
what's the name of that truck? The
The
Tesla truck.
Cybertruck.
The Cybertruck.
looks
For
like
those of
something
you
from
who
the
haven't seen this,
future.
it looks like it's driven on.
It's
the moon.
awesome. It's awesome.
First
That
thought on
is
my mind whenever I saw it was, whoa.
It's
I
futuristic.
thought it was a
looking.
video game, like a plugin for GTA, like Grand Theft Auto or something.
It's wild.
Like
It's a polygon. It's all triangles.
It looks like it hasn't fully loaded yet.
no, no.
Yeah, it's
It looks like the
Buffering a
image is
little
still
bit.
loading. Yeah,
It's like honestly, it looks like an updated DeLorean.
it kind of does. Yeah, it kind of does.
DeLorean SUV.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I watched the video. The truck is I mean, he's standing on the back of it, so it's sturdy enough for
I hope so.
to be standing on it. It has a retractable bed, so you can use like a regular truck. I think he was talking about putting your toys in there, like 4-wheelers and stuff like that as well too.
I think he was talking about putting a rocket launcher in the back
Who
of it
knows?
actually at one point.
Maybe one of the
Flamethrower.
flamethrower that he designed.
It's got bulletproof glass, and he said, "Why do you have bulletproof glass on it?" He
Baseballs,
says,
flamethrower.
"It's awesome. Who wouldn't want bulletproof glass?" Like, duh. It's
Yeah.
awesome. That was
Yeah,
Elon
no.
Musk's explanation.
No, what was that? It was Jay Leno says,
Like,
"Why would you?"
bulletproof glass?
Because it's cool and it's badass. And you're like, you
It's
got a
badass.
point.
Hey,
he's
You
got a point.
there.
Jay Leno couldn't argue that.
Like, I'm not going to argue with Elon Musk.
No, I'm not.
So yeah, it's really cool. Really cool. You should probably check that out on YouTube. It's CNBC. It's a CNBC. I guess Jay Leno has Jay Leno's Garage, so that's where the segment came from. It's just a quick thing. You watch Jay Leno take the Tesla down the tunnel.
Dude, that's not bad though. I mean, it's interesting watch. You should check it out. Another thing too, Elon Musk has. I mean, when you're cool, you have people that want to copy you, right? There's apparently a clone company that's like trying to mock, or not mock, but like be like the Tesla in like another country.
Oh yeah.
Xpeng, I think is what it is. I'm not sure where they're completely based out of, but I saw an article about it, and I mean, I'm sure Elon Musk is not happy about
They
it.
even copied their
Lawsuit
website.
coming.
Yeah, it's really.
I'll put a
weird.
link.
Copied their website.
They literally they copied the website and everything. If you look at it, it's like really, come on, you guys copied everything.
Hey,
but that's
what
not
do they
China.
say? Imitation is the most sincere form of
More
flattery.
flattery, sure.
Yeah.
I'm surprised
But
I
still
got
a
that right on the
lawsuit
first
coming.
try.
You did. Good job.
Haters
man. I
gonna
appreciate
hate, lovers gonna love.
Unreal.
I wouldn't even go further.
Don't just solidly rip them off. Come up with a couple original ideas and
Right.
mix them in, right?
Right. Absolutely. We don't normally talk about bad stuff on the podcast, so we try not to. But there
try
was
not to.
a Memorial Day. There was a mass shooting that was about to break out, and the guy was like opening fire at people on vehicles on the highway.
You got it. In Leavenworth, Kansas.
And at Leavenworth, Kansas, and this ex-soldier used his vehicle to strike the shooter down to take him out in order to stop him from shooting at anybody further.
Where was this?
Leavenworth,
Leavenworth,
Kansas.
Kansas.
Our hero of the week, by the way.
Hero of the week.
Not only a soldier on Memorial Day week, but he saved countless lives, apparently. One person did suffer a gunshot wound, and the suspect was also injured, obviously, by the car that smashed into him, I'd assume. But,
obviously.
Right.
yeah, it says he may have saved countless lives during this. You never know. Some crazy guy just shooting at cars randomly on the highway.
Shit's crazy.
Should we have a
Leavenworth,
nameless,
Kansas.
shameless soldier of the week?
I mean, we might have
that
to after
something we
this. I
might
mean,
have
that's
to
pretty
do?
cool.
Ooh.
Maybe for this month to like represent Memorial Day and all that.
Find joy.
What's going on with the audio again?
Find
Got
new
it.
perspective.
Find joy.
Thank you. Go
Like
ahead-
our
go ahead and just mute
podcast.
that,
That
please.
was a
Like our podcast, this gentleman's also nameless, but his name's to be coming soon because he sounds like a hero to me.
Absolutely.
Shout out to this soldier.
Yeah, I will say too. I mean, honestly, the dude acted. I mean, maybe that's a military thing. The guy was in service and he saw a bad situation and
Right.
thought he knew a way to get people out of it, and he did it, and it worked. So, kudos to him for doing what he had to do, man. There in that crazy situation.
It was on a bridge that connects Kansas to Platte County, Missouri. So some Missouri ties.
Yeah.
Do you guys know anything about Rick Monday? You ever heard of that name?
Rick
Baseball
Monday.
player.
Mm-mm.
Little story about him, kind of a Memorial Day thing. He was an outfielder for the Cubs, and I think they were in L.A. I want to say this was in the late 70s, and two people ran out to right, I think it was left field, right field, and brought a flag out and threw, lighter fluid on it and was going to burn the flag. And he was on the Cubs at the time, and he ran over right before they were about to light it, and he grabbed the flag and ran off the field with it. And I thought that was a really cool
That is cool.
memorial. You could pull it up on YouTube.
Link in
you
the
wouldn't
comments.
really know anything about the guy, but you'll never forget him for that.
Hell yeah, dude. That's awesome.
And he got a standing ovation when he came up and batted in the fourth inning.
Once again, I mean, a guy
Rick
saw
Monday.
something that he wasn't happy with. He saw
Yeah.
a way to get the situation, kind of taken care
Yeah.
of.
I thought
mean,
that
he
was
acted
really
on
cool.
it.
For Memorial Day, it's a little shout out to, respecting the flag.
Yeah.
Yeah, things were going a little crazy at that time.
That is
No doubt.
fantastic.
But I love that he ran out there
Wow.
and snagged it right before. I think Tommy Lasorda was actually going to get out there, but Monday had seen it kind of started. They were literally in the midst of lighting the flag on fire, and he went and snagged it right before they got it. So,
That's crazy.
Very
That's
cool
good.
story.
That is
Watch
a
the
good
video.
story.
It's a cool story on Rick Monday.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Patriotism.
Vice.com did it, actually.
We got Will Higgins joined us. Jeff Rickerman joined us. How you doing, fellas? Thank you. Multiple episodes have been watched by those guys. So
Yes.
thank you. We
Shout
appreciate
out
the
Will.
support.
Thank you.
Family.
Also, we haven't really done this
Jeff.
too much tonight because we're not trying to overdo it, but we have a Twitter page, the Name Shame Pod.
At the
at-
Name Shame Pod. Please, everyone, follow us on Twitter.
We just got it going. We're trying to get some people on there. If Facebook's not your forte, then maybe Twitter. We can get connected
Twitter
with you there.
might be.
Absolutely.
We also have Instagram, which how many people are we up to now? on
We're
that?
up to two. I think we're around 230,
230?
235. It's kind of right around there, but we just started it
Yeah.
a week ago, and we ran into Blackout Hockey Club basically within our first week of being
Yeah,
on
it's
Instagram.
awesome.
So it's kind of cool to get him out there and
Connect
support
with some
him,
other
and
people too.
Yeah,
We're gonna
you know?
connect with
Any
more.
platform.
Yeah, we're gonna keep going. So we'll keep getting.
We got
more
the
interesting
Instagram.
peaks.
We got the Facebook page too. So
Yep.
follow, like, whatever you want to do on the
800
Facebook
members
page.
now. Broke the
We're
800,
on, that's on the
so
group. The group's
very
got the
cool.
800
That
members.
is
800. What a
great.
milestone.
Very cool.
Yeah, I
Early
want to say
on.
too, our last video that we had on Monday, it said our reach as far as our like stuff we have on our page, it said it reached out to almost like 10,000, 11,000 people
What's
almost.
that?
So
That's crazy.
Love it.
it's neat. We really
Thanks,
appreciate
guys.
the
Shout
support,
out to
guys.
all you
Keep
guys
the
for listening.
sharing. Keep the
Yes,
sharing.
please do.
You win.
Remember,
if you
you
share.
Really do.
Fellas, if you're also watching the show tonight as well, I know we're giving away a woman's shirt, but if you have a female in your life that you think would like it, please share the video, and then you'll be eligible for the drawing to potentially have that to give to your loved one or your significant other.
Thank
Someone
you.
out there-
Thank you again, Karen Jones.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you,
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
Karen.
And thank you to everyone who's been donating stuff to us and then saying, hey,
no doubt.
I want
That's
to
incredible.
give up this service or do this or that. I mean, it's been incredible the amount of
Feedback.
support that everyone has been showing to us just with us having fun doing what we're doing. So
So awesome.
we're nothing without
Thank you.
you guys checking
Yeah,
us out.
thank
So
you.
thanks a lot
Thank
for
you
that.
guys.
Can't
so
spell
much.
fun without you in the middle.
Oh,
Right.
That's adorable.
Dude, hold on a second.
Yeah.
Tagline.
that is-
We may have messed up in the beginning here. I think we're on episode 15.
Ooh.
This
If
whole
it-
time, it hasn't been 14.
You mean to tell me?
You guys have been listening
You
to
son of a-
14, but guess what?
I had to
Why
flip
you
the table.
no good?
You know good.
We've rolled
stuff.
back the clock, so now we're here to confuse you.
Hey, you know what? Hey,
We're on episode 15.
we messed up.
15.
We're deeper in our teenage years.
Whoa,
My voice is
15.
deeper today. The cracks are gone. And I'm a junior.
The
No.
Tesla truck was a DeLorean. We went back to 14.
It was.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we slipped back.
Well, hey, you know what we haven't done yet?
What?
Nick's Stone Cold Picks of the Week.
Oh, yeah.
Can we get a sound effect? Can we
Stone
get one
Cold
sound effect,
live
Cal?
stream picks
What's that?
of
Can we
the
get one
week.
sound effect?
What sound effect? Do you want the plus? There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah,
People
there you
have been
go.
waiting for your music recommendations,
Proper.
and I
Well,
can't
thank
wait
you.
myself. I mean, what do you got for us, Nick?
Well, this week, as we progress in our quarantine live streams, since we can't go out and see these bands live, my first pick for you guys would be the Yonder Mountain String Band. I hope you've heard of them. If you haven't, you don't love bluegrass. You don't love music.
Bluegrass, good.
The best, one of the best ever. So make sure you catch that. That's one of my it's one of my top live streams of the week. Also, I got a shout out. I do this a lot. I'm hollering at Andy Frasco doing the Saturday I Want to Dance with Somebody dance party. I love it. So awesome. You guys got to tune into that. I think there's a donation there, but the minimum you can donate $1 to get into this. You support Andy and his crew. These guys aren't making money. I continuously say that to you guys. They need this. Just tip them.
Right.
$1, $3, $5, $25, anything you want. They got a Venmo. Andy Frasco, I Want to Dance with Somebody dance party. It's so much fun. You guys can you just Zoom with a bunch of people and you dance with them. You hang out. It's fun.
Very cool.
A lot of fun.
Very
He
cool.
puts on a good party. His shows are a party. His life's a party. And he's such a cool dude. check that out.
Really
That's,
quickly, dude, I don't want to interrupt you. Sorry about that. We had a little interruption there. I don't know how the
Yeah,
countdown
apparently-
started up there, but
OBS might have hit the number 1. We have shortcuts on our keyboard. Sorry about that.
so yeah, sorry about that. Did you guys get audio
Little
on
break
that
in-
too?
little
Did
break
it
in the
break out
action.
I
audio
think
when
it
it went to
just
the
went to the
countdown, or
countdown
were you
for
guys
some
able to
reason.
hear everything? Let
We're
us know
back.
in the chat. But
Little break. in the
Sorry
action.
about that.
Sorry
Go
about that,
ahead, man.
guys. You're all right. No big deal. Got that out there. And my overall pick of the weekend, like I told you before, also Live from Out There is a production company. 1111 is the production company. Live from Out There is this series they've been putting on all quarantine. Every weekend they've been streaming a new, just basically a music festival. Bunch of bands bashed into one weekend. This weekend it's ridiculous. Chromeo playing a DJ set.
They are awesome.
Twiddle, Ripe, Turquoise playing one archive set, one live set. Go to
Jeff Rickerman
Live-
says he feels like dancing over here with all this stuff.
Come on, you're gonna want. I'm telling you, you're gonna want to live come to dance. The overall ticket for that is $19.99. But I mean, it's just an unbelievable morning till night music, late night sets, early morning sets. Like I said, some are live streams, actual live concerts. Some are archived. You can go to the website here. We'll put the links up for you guys.
They are
You can buy them. Also, if you just see one band you love and you want to check out their show, $5 a show too. You just buy one show.
Not bad.
Not bad.
2 hour set. Check it out. $5 goes to the bands. I'm sure there's a little. At least most of it goes to the bands. Most of it goes to Music Cares, which just covers all bands, all venues, everything music. They need our help. This is the way to do it. Such an awesome thing. Awesome lineup. I can't even tell you all the bands. You guys would get bored with me, but. Of course, you got Pigeons playing ping pong.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Another
That's
bird-
been a hot topic with
Quadruple
us.
P.
Corey Wong,
Triple
one of the
P.
Quad
sickest.
P.
Quad P.
Corey
I got
Wong.
corrected on that
Corey
first time. I
Wong,
said the
quad
same
P,
thing.
it's not triple P.
Triple P. He's like, it's quad P. I'm like, I'm sorry.
Quad
Oh
P.
yeah.
Corey Wong's amazing. Goose.
Oh, wow.
Another bird band, Goose. They're killing it. Aqueous is badass. DJ Eric Krasno on the ones and twos. DJ Mark Brownstein on the ones and twos.
Ooh.
All weekend, man. You guys check this out. It'll be so much fun. Just dance with your loved ones in your living room. It's so well worth it.
DJ Paul of 3-6 Mafia.
Josh Bauer,
DJ
thanks for
Paul.
tuning in,
Picture
man.
with him
Awesome.
in Vegas. It was
DJ
awesome.
Paul's
Of
on that
3-6 Mafia.
I met him in Vegas.
Mafia.
Mo Loda and the
Mafia.
Humble,
Mafia.
the Funk Hunters,
Turn the
who are
club
awesome. So much good stuff going on. Weekend 3 of the Live from Out There virtual music festival is what I'm talking to you guys about. And check it out. Link to come. You know what? Those are my live streams. Stone
Stone
Cold
Cold
live
picks.
Can we
stream
get one more round of
live.
applause, Kyle?
You know,
Wow.
the people
Your
love
crowd's
it.
getting bigger,
I think you
Nick.
should play
The
the Stone
people love
Cold
it.
Crowd's
theme
getting
song.
bigger every
The
week.
Stone Cold
Please.
theme song
Have
for
the
those.
glass break right before he gets started.
We're gonna get better. We're gonna get better.
We're going to coming soon.
Josh Bauer, shout out. Thanks for tuning in, man. Appreciate it. Boss over there at Boom Beach, taking care of business, man. You know what I'm talking about. We've got a lot of people that are tuning in, guys. So thanks again.
Yeah.
Once again, if you're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, let us know. We're starting something up for fun here, and anything that you guys would love to
So
talk
cool.
about, throw it up in the comment sections because we're open to all that as well too.
Those are my live streams, but I got just a little bit of actual music news for you guys. You want to hear
Let's
it?
hear it. Let's hear it.
Quick story here by Tom Shackelford from Live for Live Music. Tank and the Bangers, who are an awesome band. I don't know if you know them, but
What
they're
kind of
just sick.
what kind of music is it?
Hip hop. They fuse so
Hip-hop
many
jam?
hip hop, poetry. Tank, Tonina Ball, who is the lead singer, just a poetic. She's incredible. You'd love them if you check it out. They got an NPR Tiny Desk. Check out Tank and the Bangers there. You'll love it. It was Andre 3000 from Outkast's birthday this past week.
Ooh. Legend.
So they came together and released a track literally.
This is great. I'm sorry. I'm
Uh-oh.
not. You're gonna
Are
continue
you
here real
cutting
quick.
in?
This is
Let's go.
reference
Cutting
to you.
in?
Let's go.
Hey, Mike Grzeski says, I just wanted to let you guys know, I finally checked out Tusk.
Oh,
And he says,
man, Mike.
damn you for ruining my for raising my curiosity to watch that. It's haunting my dreams.
My job here is done.
We put that out there with a warning for sure.
Your job here is
My
done.
job here
Hey,
is done.
Put
You
that
know
out there
what?
with a warning.
You've
for
conquered
sure.
him.
We've been having a lot of fun, guys, and honestly, that one don't. So hey, I'll tell you what, Grzeski, if you watched that one, I challenge you to watch The Bone Tomahawk.
Just the 2 minutes of that is all you
Nick,
need.
only 2 minutes.
Nick cried.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, he
I was
cried during
really
that. He
What's
was
funny,
emotionally
his name
hurt.
was
by
camera.
Nick. His name was Nick in the video.
I felt
too.
this
It
pain.
happened to Nick.
that. Right.
Yeah,
Linda,
I
thanks
cried
for
on
joining in.
camera for sure about that.
Are you crying?
It's
Oh my
coming
god!
back.
So I'm sorry, I had to throw that out there because we've been talking about that, and it's
Dude,
been
yeah.
kind of a reoccurring topic. That
We
comes
warned you, and Mike, you went ahead and
Go
did
ahead.
it, and sorry.
Grzeski, we appreciate it, man.
So anyway,
Very
Taking the Bangers released a song called For Andre. Check that out on their Spotify. Check that out on Live for Live Music. Any of their platforms, probably just their website they released it on too. Just a single, just to tell you about how much they love and appreciate Andre 3000, and who doesn't, how influential he was on so many people.
I
Coming
just
up
listened
in the
to
scene.
Aquemini and Atlians, like
Dude,
those old
He
albums
grew
the
up
other
with
day.
that
They're
stuff,
amazing.
dude. Who doesn't love, and just Stankonia, like
Oh yeah.
grew up with Stankonia. That was awesome. One more thing I want to tell you about is y'all in Nashville, Tennessee. Congratulations, you're going to see some live music coming up here soon. There's a phase 2 for performers to start having shows.
In Nashville.
Really?
You know, so they can at least play to bars with social distancing still. No more than 2 performers at a time. Dance floors remain closed. Little bit restrictive.
I'm not supposed to get my boogie
Probably
I know,
in the
right?
beginning. You can sit
Where
in
do
your
I get
seat.
my groove?
Yeah.
You just flow in your seat.
Has
Right?
anyone been
You
to
know?
Nashville? I hear it's awesome.
I've been there before
It
for a
is,
hockey
boy.
tournament. Yes.
yeah,
amazing.
I heard it's really
Such
growing.
an-
It's like a
Is it Beale
Oh,
Street
nonstop
in
growing.
Nashville?
awesome food,
Memphis?
good music.
That's Memphis.
That's Memphis,
Broadway into Nashville is where you want to be. It's just
Yeah.
a party. So much fun all the time. They're required to open and 75% capacity.
Say that
Which is
one more
up from
time.
75%
That's more than 25.
capacity, which
Nah,
was it was at
yeah.
50% was at their phase 1. So
25.
That's
Oh no, boys!
they're moving
Yeah,
up.
There's some regular Bill Shakespeare.
It's new. I swear it's
Bill
puberty.
Shakespeare over there.
We're 15.
Hello.
So yeah, shout out to Nashville, bringing it back. Let's just do it. Bring back music in a safe
yeah.
way. If you can figure it out, do it. And one last thing here. Well, actually, 2 last things. A quick thing. Coachella. Sorry, all you Instagram influencers.
Why are you
and,
looking at me?
You're an Instagram influencer.
Oh my God.
You go to
I'm an Instagram
Coachella.
influencer?
I
You're
mean,
sorry.
I would be, I guess,
Sorry,
if
the
you wanna go
Jenners.
that way.
Sorry, all you know, whatever you are, you.
my name's Mark.
Mark. Sorry, Mark. Coachella is asking 2020 performers to reschedule to 2021. They've already changed the
Hey.
dates from April to October, but yeah, that's still probably not going to happen. So let's just call 2020 a wash.
Yep.
Oh well,
I think we're at that point.
I hate to do that, but
what can you do?
I think we are at that point.
yeah.
What can you do?
And one last collaboration
Man,
in
I'm
music.
excited about
I
this.
think
I
those
am
are
so
so
amazing.
about this.
Nike SB skateboard company with their skate shoes. They collaborated with the Grateful Dead. These sneakers are sick. They
They
got
are dope.
an orange
Awesome.
set. They got a yellow set. They got a green. They got blue. They're coming out here soon.
Oh yeah.
For all you sneakerheads out there, I'm sure you know about them already. They've been talking about them for a
Those
while.
are so cool.
I'd like
Those
to know
are
how to
amazing.
get a pair and not have to pay $350 for them. So
Right.
You
any
gotta
of
go
you
wait in line.
sneakerheads out there,
Wait in line at a pop up
I
or something.
think that your best bet's to just fork up the 350 to guarantee that you get some because
well, they're
I don't know if they're
110.
gonna do 'em.
They're 110 retail. There's no actual release date yet. So
How bad you want it, buddy?
Do you
but
know how
they're coming
bad
out
the
soon.
I would
sneaker
wear 'em.
resale game is for real, guys?
Oh, it's crazy.
It's cool.
It's
Well, it's
ridiculous.
like the
Insane.
ticket. It's like StubHub.
Exactly.
All these outside
It's
companies buy and then
ridiculous.
sell
Yeah.
it 3 times face value.
Right.
It's so annoying, and I wish there's a way to just stop that. But they're Nike's getting their money.
I love
Yeah.
the green with the blue.
Hey,
Those are
Josh
sick.
Bauer
Those
throws
are
out
awesome.
that he loves Nashville. So many great artists. He goes, Hockey Arena is a shithole.
Bridgestone. It's
Bridgestone.
small.
Yeah,
From what I hear, but I hear it's kind of like fun because it's so.
yeah, because you're on
It's
top
fine.
of everything.
Yeah, you're on top of
Is that why it's
everything.
so loud there?
Yeah.
It looks fun.
then
The
Sarah-
Music City Center is beautiful right next door.
Yeah, Sarah says that she's seen live music 3 times in Augusta, and my friend Ann has hosted 2 socially distanced concerts and live changing. I think life changing is what you meant there.
They have been so much fun, especially for everyone who's been quarantined. The Central West End, there was a great show put on. Shout out to the Barbecue Saloon in the Central West End, and those have been fun. Social distancing concerts,
Cool.
in neighborhoods. They just throw cones out in the street and
Barbecue
the
Saloon?
neighborhood out. Barbecue Saloon and Central West End put on the last one. I'm not sure if they're putting any more. Maybe Sarah can let us
So
know.
the
about
barbecue whiskey saloon.
that, but you got it.
Those are
Beautiful
some
place.
cool.
Awesome place.
Those are some cool
Support that.
shoes, though. I'm just gonna throw that out
Dude,
there.
I'd
Man,
love-
we'll
I would wear
post the
those.
link to
Yeah,
these.
absolutely.
Like I said, sneakerheads, if you have any information on these, please
Yeah.
Let us
DM
know.
me or
Let us
whatever
know where we
that
can find
means.
these Grateful
Let
Dead
us
shoes.
I
know.
want the orange ones.
I want the
I want
blue
the.
and
I want
green.
the. I want
And the
the
orange
green.
have changed
Makes me
here.
feel like the Hartford
The
Whalers.
old pictures had the white, but they
want the
actually
green
are
and
the
blue.
blue.
Yeah.
These are early pictures. There's been different
blue,
ones. Check
but
them out.
yeah.
The yellow
Yeah, I
for
like
me.
'em.
Beautiful.
The green with
That's
the
the
blue
one I
soles.
like.
So
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
I wonder how
That's
fast
the
you
one I
can
like,
run
too.
in those.
PF Flyers. You could outrun Hercules, and no doubt. So shout out. That's all
Yeah,
your
I dig
music
those.
news of the week. Collaborations. I
Boom,
love you
boom,
guys.
boom,
Holla,
boom. Boom, boom, boom. We need to work on getting that sound effect.
Well, you said there's extra banks.
Yeah, I
We'll
can
load
put a
those
bunch
up.
of them on.
We'll
here.
figure that out.
We'll get crazy with
We'll
it.
put some Wheel of Fortune or Price is Right sound effects. That'd be great.
Yeah, yeah.
I
think-
Bum.
Josh Bauer says that the fans are hostile, but it's overall fun. He goes, they did not like Blues fans. I can only imagine why.
Oh yeah, we
know?
we went to a Nashville game, I believe. Was Eric's? Was that thing a Nashville game?
Was it Nashville? I was
think
pretty
so.
intoxicated.
That made me too, but I'm pretty sure all those Nashville fans came down and they were right under us cheering when they
Yeah.
scored, and we were maybe throwing
A lot of
things
fun
at
that
them. I
night.
don't
A
remember.
lot of fun
Probably.
that night. We went back to Cyberg's, was it?
Yeah.
I went back to Cyberg's, played some Golden Tea for a little while too.
Fun
Did some more
I
drinking.
wish they still had
Good
the
time. Good time.
breaded Cyberg's wings. They don't do it no more though.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't.
Do
bread 'em.
you or any of you
They,
guys?
they were called Brett's wings or something like that.
Yeah.
But they were like cornmeal breaded wings. Shout out to Courtney
Sounds
Cyberg.
good.
Hello,
Shout out
haven't
to
seen you in a while.
Brett. Shout out to Cyberg.
Cyberg's
Yeah.
in general,
Yes,
Ryan,
love you.
Courtney.
Here, we'll give you
Your whole
love.
fam.
We'll give you some love. Hold
Whole
on.
fam.
Good.
Give you
Went,
some-
went
we'll
to
give you
school,
some
trying to get back going again here in just a moment. There it is.
We're
Are we
not
back?
professionals.
We back?
We're
We don't
back.
claim to be professionals.
Are we back?
I think we're back. Folks, are you there? Sorry about that. Let us know in the comment section if you can hear us.
Yeah.
TJ gave us the thumbs up. I think that was for something
good?
earlier. Now it looks like we're getting a bunch of thumbs up there.
Little malfunction there. Sorry,
Sorry
y'all.
about that.
Sorry about that.
And we're
Yeah.
back.
There's something
Working
like
the
a
kinks
blue
out.
screen of death when
What
it
is
comes
that?
to Windows. Blue screen of death.
Oh, don't you hate that? I get
That's
that
what
at
happened.
work
A blue
all the
screen of
time.
death.
You know what? Hey, we had
serious.
20 people in here and there's 15 back, so we lost
Thanks for
5. Maybe
sticking
we'll get
around,
back
y'all.
around. But hey, you know what? I feel like I had like a South Park moment there, like from the South Park movie.
damn it, Bill
Get
Gates.
Bill Gates in here. You said Windows 98 was supposed to be faster. And so I
Computers,
apologize, guys, on that. Derek Munster says game on. Jeff Rickman says you froze. I'm sorry, guys. We
Game on.
the computer actually shut down and restarted, and we're still live, and it let us continue right back. So
Thankfully, Kyle works at Best Buy, and he has top-notch quality technology here. Because if not, we'd still be reloading.
well, I'll tell you what.
Tell me what.
Way to go, Kyle.
Geek
only
Squad for
only
life.
the best for this guy. Only the best. I'm not afraid to pay a little more for the same thing.
And get the warranty.
Quality over quantity.
But no, hey, so guys, if we have more issues or anything like that, let us know in the comment section there. Do appreciate you guys sticking with us. But going through, we wanted to talk about some entertainment news. Well, actually, let's get this out of the way. So there's an executive order that was signed by Donald Trump on social media. Is that correct?
Crazy.
God.
We don't like to get too political around here.
No.
Don't.
Especially
at
talk
all.
about that guy. But
But
No.
is it because he needs his platform to whine?
sounds like it to me. They called him out for saying lies, and he got mad about it.
Well,
That's from what I gathered.
so basically, then we'll have our South Park moment of the night too. I've learned something tonight.
Yet another South Park moment of the evening.
Don't lie. But no. So, guys, entertainment news, though, there's some exciting stuff I think that's gotten overshadowed with the fact that we've been in kind of like, the quarantine mode and stuff like that. We got some new movies that are talked about coming out, questioned to come out in 2020, 2021. Just a couple of them to talk about and see what you talk about. Boomer, you called out the Sonic the Hedgehog movie, right? They're already
Yeah,
doing a
there's a
sequel.
sequel coming out. Did you guys watch
I heard
the
that
first
was
one
pretty
first?
Good. I heard it was good.
Have you guys watched the first
Haven't
one?
seen
I heard that
First
Will.
No.
I heard that Jim Carrey was incredible in
Incredible.
that as
If
Dr.
you like
Sparrow.
Ace Ventura, Dumb and Dumber, he literally brings it back.
Oh,
I'm like,
Gotta see
whoa! I'm really blown away by the production of that Sonic the Hedgehog movie. It's
Yeah.
really good. But yeah, apparently a sequel's coming out in the
Sequel
works
already.
But please check it out, Sonic the Hedgehog. The graphics are amazing. But yeah, Jim Carrey. I mean, he's amazing as is, but he really is he brought the old Jim Carrey back. That's like
who doesn't love that?
That's all. I don't think that ever left.
Physical
I don't think
comedy.
that's something he can turn off.
no, he can't. I mean,
He tried to get
Plus, you
too
have to write
serious
it-
for too
Well,
long.
$10 million check to his dad.
Don't get serious, Jim Carrey.
Right.
Yeah, don't.
Be
please.
Fire Marshal Bill for the rest of your life, please. We need that.
How
That
about
is
this?
awesome.
How about this? You also know the Wonder Woman sequel is coming out, right?
Look at that.
Did you ever watch the Wonder Woman first?
Did see Wonder Woman.
Did you watch
I
the
did
Wonder
not
Woman?
see Wonder
Boomer, did you watch the Wonder Woman movie?
Yes, it was okay.
It was okay.
Pretty good. Not bad.
Oh wait, no,
kinda
I'm
fast.
thinking
I
Captain
appreciate-
Marvel.
Oh, you didn't like the Captain Marvel?
Okay. Wonder Woman was amazing.
I liked Wonder Woman.
liked
Now,
Wonder Woman.
here's the other thing
Wasn't
too.
bad.
I
How
also
about Captain
have
Marvel? Compare them. Which one do you like better?
man,
Wonder Woman
To
was
tell you the
awesome.
truth, Wonder Woman was a good movie. I liked Captain Marvel too, though. I had nothing against it, but I have a soft spot in my heart for Gal Gadot. And by soft spot, I mean I think I'm in love with her.
I know her
But
brother, sister's
she-
cousin.
Gal,
Magic
you're out there.
Schnooks, I can hook you up.
If
But
you're out
no,
there, Gal.
seriously, Gal Gadot is one of my favorite. Now, don't get me wrong. What's the gal's name that plays Captain Marvel? That I can't think of her name. That was in Scott Pilgrim.
I don't.
Oh, I know who you're talking
Oh,
about.
son of a gun! Help me out, guys, if you
I
can.
love Scott Pilgrim, though. Who was that?
I can't think of Captain Marvel's name, but oh well, it slips my mind. We'll move on. Another sequel that we have coming out, The Labyrinth. It was announced that the director of Doctor Strange 2 is going to be doing the Labyrinth sequel.
Ew, wow.
That's gonna be cool.
An already wild,
interesting.
messed up a bit movie. In the
Yeah.
beginning.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Interesting movie.
Do you
to
guys
say the
remember
least.
whenever we were in school? I think that they pushed a lot. Do you remember The Secret Garden?
Absolutely.
I do.
Remember
I
that?
remember Savage
There was a
Garden.
movie. You remember Savage Garden?
The what?
I remember Savage
I
Garden.
had that-
Savage
I had
Garden?
that
I don't know what
band
that
and
is. Is that
90s
like with
band.
the Outsiders?
I had that EP.
I'm not sure much about him, but
Oh my god! Did they
sorry to
do?
drop Savage Garden on everyone. Now we're all.
Did
can
they
sing
do
it.
Chumbawamba?
Did they?
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
I used to celebrate their entire catalog back in the day, but
Oh, thank you. Kevin Seaver says Brie Larson. Thank you. I can't
Brie
remember.
Larson.
And so did
Thank
TJ.
you.
Yeah.
I
Thanks,
can't remember.
Kevin.
I can't believe that I missed that. And TJ says Gal Gadot is amazing. And let's see. Wonder Woman was better than Captain Marvel. I can see
I
that.
agree.
It was a good action based movie, and I like the storyline to it, so I can't hate on it. But I didn't dislike Captain Marvel. I can tell you that as well too. Truly, madly, deeply. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got it.
You know it. You know it.
that was one.
Thinking about singing it, but the whole life.
Just do it, dude.
No.
Maybe your voice won't crack.
That moment's passed.
All right. Well, so we've got The Secret Garden we talked about. They're actually remaking that. They're turning into a movie. I saw a trailer for it. It's actually pretty incredible. So if you haven't checked it out, a little nostalgia from it too. It looks like they really
Grade
redid
school
it.
days that came out.
Yeah.
Grade school, literally.
And then two that I really wanted to talk about. So you have Bill and Ted, Face of the Music.
Yes.
Is that coming out really?
That's
Yeah.
for real.
With Keanu
That
Reeves.
is for real. With
Yes.
Keanu Reeves
And Alex.
and Alex
Winter.
Winter.
What's his
Winter.
name?
Yes. So
awesome.
that is a real thing.
so cool.
Yes.
Is that coming out really?
You got
I
audio
know.
on the
Hold
thing.
on. I'm
and
trying
so
to get this back to
the
There's just been a delay on it because I feel like it was supposed to come out a while back.
can you just
wasn't
mute that?
For some reason, a desktop audio is not
Interesting.
being friendly with OBS.
it?
That sucks.
Bill and
We'll get
Ted
it figured
2.
out. But anyways, Bill and Ted, it's 3. Actually, there was 2 already.
Three.
This is the third
Two.
one, third installment of Bill and Ted. So that's going to be one coming out. And then my favorite one, I think that is anticipated, also Sean Milligan's, is Tenet. Tenet looks crazy. It's got Denzel Washington's boy in it.
Really?
I love him as an actor. He's
I'll
really
look
good. He
into
was
that.
in Black Klansman. He was
That's a good
in
movie.
a couple. I can't think of another movie right now that he was in, but he was really good in everything that I've seen him in so far. So I mean, when your dad's Denzel Washington, you gotta
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
you
you
gotta
better step it up.
you gotta
He's
step
the
your game up.
man.
Yeah.
Got some big shoes to fill.
So good.
Let's see here. We got what is he? Josh Bauer says high school dance classic. Yeah, I think he's talking about the. Are you gonna sing that?
Savage Garden. Truly, madly,
Was.
deeply.
You heard that at every prom from 1998 to 2001. There's no doubt about it.
Well, I'll tell you what,
I'm
man.
not going to sing it. Sorry.
Any other fun news out there, guys? We haven't really gone to anybody in the comment section for questions. If there's anything that you saw that was out there that you think we should talk about, or at least put a couple words on it, let us know. We've got some sports stuff that we're about to get into here in a second, and I think everybody's excited. I see you guys are both wearing some hockey jerseys there.
Yeah.
I mean, just some hockey news.
And I'm not wearing a hockey jersey, but I am wearing a blues
Colored-
type of colored
Yellow
fatigue
coloring?
We'll call that blues.
with a hood. 'Cause I love my hoods.
We'll call that
but
blues.
I mean,
We'll go with blues.
It's blue and yellow.
we're
Blue note
representing
colors.
it. We're representing it. So let's start off here with the sports section. If we can get something from here, let's see what we got.
No.
TJ says, I'm sure Doc covered it, but that doc on Aaron Hernandez on Netflix is amazing.
Dude, that's
You got
intense.
me.
That's
He
intense.
also had
covered it
another
yet.
one
That's a
about
good
the same
one.
case in another cable channel, and can't think of the channel though. So no, I have not seen that, but Aaron Hernandez's story like kind of creeps me out. It's
It
just
is.
really, really weird.
I bet I'm sure it's wild. We know the ending to
Have
that
you seen
story
it?
at least.
Have you seen
I
it?
have not, actually.
So-
You stumped me.
very
Thank
good.
you.
You stumped Doc.
You stumped
know?
Docs. Congratulations, TJ Casey.
Yeah.
Bobo Casey. Appreciate that. While we're on the docs real quick, I did see one real quick dot before we hit sports. For all you that remember the Schwag Band.
I watched it
and Schwag
yesterday,
Stock
too.
And Camp Zoe and just growing
I'm
up
gonna put the link
in
in
the music
comments.
festival life. You should, because I watched it last night and just
too. I
seeing
cried. I
so
met my
many-
wife there.
Camp Zoe. Well, Leesburg is where it started in
Yeah, it started in
somewhere,
Leesburg,
and then it went to Leesburg,
Bagnell Dam.
and
That's
then it
awesome.
went to Salem, Missouri's Camp Zoe, where where their final resting place of Schwagstock was.
Yep.
But there was a great documentary on YouTube. It was it's called Not Dead, Just Grateful, and
that's cool.
It was actually lost.
it was
and they
lost
just
for
found it.
since 2007. It was on a hard drive that got fried up, and I guess they they dug it back up,
Yeah.
and they've released it now. And I watched it. And if you guys, local kids out there who went to festivals, went to Schwagstocks, went to Wakarusa 07, a big part of that documentary. I mean, so many good memories, so many familiar faces in it. You might even see yourself.
I took pictures and sent them to like 4 people.
You
I'm
might-
like,
you probably-
here you are. Hey, check this
So
out.
many-
Hey, Tim.
Shout out to Scott Rockwood from Mattahoochee. Saw him on there, man. So many familiar faces, so many
That's
good
awesome.
memories. Such a good documentary. It's mostly just about their music and just jamming.
Yeah.
And
good.
a little bit of their early stuff about the Schwag Band, the Grateful Dead cover band. One of the best
Shout out
local
Jimmy
ones.
Tebow.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Also,
the Schwag. Awesome doc.
Ryan
I had to hit you
Tishner, a
with
high school friend of mine, thank you for tuning in, man, said that Denzel's son was in Ballers as well, too, on HBO.
yeah,
And
that's
he
a
said
good
he
show.
also said that that's a solid show. I haven't gotten into it.
Very
I've
good
seen
show.
like an episode or two, but I haven't gotten really
My brother
deeply
turned
into
me
it.
on to it. It's pretty good, actually. Yeah, you check out Ballers.
It's a good show.
Yeah,
Is that
Nick
the Rock
actually
show?
also threw out something here and says, hey, you stumped Doc, so you get an extra chance to win the prize.
TJ, your name's in
go.
twice.
Hey,
next
we'll
week,
throw that
pal.
in for you, man. Nick, good call out on that, man. We'll make that
Shout
interesting.
out. TJ would look good in that medium, beautiful woman shirt. For sure.
Well, hey, so let's get into some sports stuff here. All right, so there's recent news with the Formula One racer that got suspended or in trouble because he hired another driver to do his esport race.
Oh my gosh.
Shake and bake.
Shake and bake. Okay. So I'm just going to throw this out there. You train your entire life to race. You are trying to work your way up through the different classes of racing to get to the class that you want to be in. He's in Formula E. Okay. That's not Formula Un. That's Formula E. Okay. So you got to work your way up through these ranks, right? So and while this crazy shit's going on, the guy all he has to do is do a virtual race. And instead,
And he had someone else
he
do it.
pays somebody else to do it for him, another professional racer, so that way he can get better results. Okay, he
pro
gets
gamer.
caught, and I believe now, pro gamer, and I believe now he's fined $10,900, and he's also disqualified from racing.
Just play the video game.
Hope it was worth it.
Your computer
Yeah.
has a camera. It sees who's playing.
Congratulations,
You
dude!
might not have covered that up.
As if there
Fail.
hasn't been enough dumb stuff going on with esports stuff with racing.
How do you find someone and put an ad on Craigslist? Like, hey, can you?
I need the best programmer out there to race for me. I'm a pro.
Yeah.
Shout out to Daniel Apt being a dummy.
Yeah. Real quick, too, TJ Casey says it'll be a tight shirt. He goes, but I'll look fantastic.
You know it. It's a summer shirt for you.
So in some fighting news, did you hear? I don't know if this is completely true because I didn't like the source, but it says Conor McGregor accepts the Anderson Silva fight.
I saw that today. I was
So
Ooh.
I'm not gonna lie, I watched UFC years ago. Okay, UFC was fun. It was entertaining
Yeah.
to me.
yeah.
Anderson Silva is one of my favorite fighters. I'm glad I wasn't watching the fight when he broke his leg around that dude because I would have thrown up. I probably
Yeah,
passed out.
nasty.
I'm not
Yeah,
into
boy.
seeing stuff like that. That's another thing. As I've gotten older, I can't stomach that stuff. Can't watch it. But Conor McGregor accepts the Anderson Silva fight. So I know Silva lost to someone not too long ago. Obviously, he had to disqualify for the leg breaking thing.
Right.
Then I think he came back after that, and then still maybe lost to somebody. I can't remember. Quote me if or correct me if I'm wrong.
Right.
But yeah, I would say that for sure that's an interesting matchup because they're both top tier fighters. One of them's a little bit older now than the other, but I think technique's still there, and Silva, that's what makes him a very dangerous fighter. So I'm excited to see that if they can do that.
Like we said, McGregor just ranked him at the top of his list of all-time greatest UFC fighters.
Yeah.
So here we go.
And other real quick news
Hope it
too,
happens.
in NFL news, you have basically the fact that they are taking the review of pass interference, and the Sky Judge will not even be considered this year.
Wow.
So what they tried to fix from the whole New Orleans Saints Rams thing that happened 2 years ago in the playoffs.
Yep.
Last year they tried to review it. It was not successful because they were very, some people, hit or miss on the calls. Like some of them you would say, oh my God, that is absolutely a pass interference. And then next thing you know, it's not. And it didn't work. So they're throwing it out the window and they're going to act like it never happened. What are your thoughts on that?
Is that for sure?
Yeah. That's for sure.
No
NFL's
consistency.
idea to review pass interference is dead, and the Sky Judge is not going to be talked about for a rule change for this year.
It became too much.
I think it was overwhelming. It
Flag
felt
on
like it
every
slowed
other
the
play.
down.
I mean, it
Right.
slowed the whole game down.
Slowed the game down.
Yeah,
Yeah, a lot of
That's
unnecessary
probably
flag.
a good idea.
yeah. See what we got here real quick. We've got TJ saying could be an interesting fight. I believe Silva is a bit older. Not sure when he last fought, but I'd say McGregor wins. I mean, it could be easier to say that because I think the last fight that Silva had was 2 years ago, but McGregor hasn't fought now in almost a year, right? So I mean, they've both.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's
What was
been a
his-
while.
What was his
say it was-
last fight?
Well, against Mayweather, right?
That was the last
Or no,
McGregor?
No,
or no,
he fought
had
somebody
the,
before and he
fought
won.
the thing.
And he won.
So
I don't
that-
remember.
a year though.
Who was that last person he fought?
Nick Axie is saying that Yahoo even posted that Silva is way past his prime. Yeah, they need to fight the actual contenders. Silva's last opponent was supposed to be Israel Adesanya, spelling wrong or however it is, but I hope it's good because both of those guys are talented. Yes, I agree with that.
He might be too old. Seems like a slight setup. And like I said, he ranked. It's weird that he came out with his favorite fighters of all time just last week, and now all of a sudden
Silva
this
was at
next
the
week,
top.
Silva, he's fighting him. Of course, he's going to say that and get pump you guys up for it. But yeah, is he past his prime? Is it going to be a bloodbath?
Yeah, it's going
We'll
to be
find
bad.
out.
So speaking of bloodbath too, the presumed Evander Holyfield and Mike Tyson charity fight that we still haven't gotten 100% on yet.
I want to hear it. I want that to move
So in a
forward.
publicity stunt to try to raise awareness for it, they AEW wrestling. Mike Tyson went out and was apparently, I think it was like even who's the one guy that he was fighting with? Is it Chris? It's not Jericho. Is Jericho the one crazy
the
dude?
guy
Chris
who
Jericho,
runs the.
I think,
Yeah,
is-
you're right.
Yeah, maybe it was
Right.
Chris Jericho.
Might have been Jericho.
Was the one that he ended up getting
full on
into it.
brawl.
And they said
Look
it's
at
a
that
full-on
picture.
brawl, and if you watch it, is the most ridiculous thing that you can possibly even
There are
watch.
30
He
people
looks-
holding Mike Tyson back.
He looks ridiculous. Okay, and it was a complete stunt. It was completely a stunt, just so that way they could get something out there for him.
Bringing Mike
so-
back into the limelight 'cause he's
Yeah.
coming back. I mean, there's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
You see him more and more every day.
So that's just funny to me that you see that. If you go watch it, get a good laugh off of it because he is a bad man and what he was doing was all just fun and games.
Hilarious.
Nick helped me out with the comment section because I'm about to lose my computer here. The battery's about to die, so I'll need you to just follow through and let me know what people are saying if you can, or Mark if you're on that as well too. Moving along with some other quick news in sports, Premier League soccer.
Yes.
We got Premier League soccer coming back June 17th.
Big fan.
I mean, I know that I've got some other friends that are, soccer fans that are excited about that as well too. But I mean, it's just showing that people are trying to get things done.
Right.
They're trying to move in the right direction. So I don't fault them for it.
I've had a lot of fun at soccer bars and things like that here in St. Louis. There's a good soccer following here.
I like
Yeah.
I think
soccer.
the MLS will do
Sure.
very well, and I think the soccer following is really good. If you get a chance to go to like Amsterdam or any of these soccer bars, there's a lot of fun. You see Chelsea versus Manchester United, and all the fans are
wild
decked
times
out.
down
You would
there,
think
man.
you're possibly in Europe watching a game because everyone's so into it. So very cool to check out some of those places for a soccer game.
So much fun.
Really
Football.
really cool call right here. Derek Munster says that he's not much of a UFC or boxing fan, but he would pay top dollar to watch two hockey heavyweights duke it out in a
real
circular sheet
fight.
of ice. Might be a short match, but you put 7 fights in one, it would be one hell of a night. I
I
agree.
would do that.
Just
I agree.
skates,
Yeah.
fighting on skates, the top
Skates.
bruisers in
Yeah.
the history.
Yeah, I think that would be really cool, and
I'd watch that.
It jumped for a second, yeah.
Yeah.
No doubt.
And then I think AEW Josh Power I think is trying to get in the news with the whole Mike Tyson stuff. So
Sure. Publicity for Mike and AEW.
yeah, so that's pretty interesting. Oh, there's that little Matrix loop there. It looks like this shared screen of OBS going deep down the tunnel.
We're going
Yeah,
deep
just for a
down
second.
the
Yeah,
tunnel.
that's cool. Move on to basketball real quick because this is a quick subject because it's not a whole lot going on. Apparently, NBA players returned to facilities recently. They're practicing just as other people. Did you hear what Damian Lillard said?
No.
So Damian Lillard said that he will not want to play if Portland doesn't have a chance to win. Well, whose fault is that?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's
You and your
it's
team.
no one else's, but you signed a contract that said that you're going to play for your team, which it's sad that we're running into this, even with the whole hockey thing, which we're going to talk about the hockey thing in a little bit too.
Can't wait.
I mean, I get it. Yeah, you don't. Well, what's the point of coming back if there's nothing to play for? The NHL had to sacrifice to make it something to play for and give teams a chance, which, like I said, we'll get into that. But still, I think that's interesting for him to say that he doesn't think that his team has a chance. You want a leader on your team saying that?
That is not what your leader of the team should
Right.
ever say. You should never say things like that.
And then after he got his chance to rebuttal, he actually was trying to polish it up by saying he thinks that it's a risk of getting injury or even sick with rushing people back, which that's completely false because these guys aren't getting rushed back. They're going to go back into their training facilities. They're going to start practicing again. And they're going to get back into shape.
Still going to be a minute.
So he tried to say like, hey, we've been sitting so long now, it feels like our normal break in between seasons. So like it's hard of coming back. Like, well, yeah, cool. Yeah. I've been
Treat
off.
it like that.
I've been working from home for a long period of time too, but I have to go back.
We all have to get back.
Like,
Life goes on.
I can't tell
Life
them
will
like you know
return to
what
normal.
I can't tell them like you know what man if this doesn't mean anything man I'm just not going to show up.
Well, that's kind of the NBA attitude sometimes too.
Right,
So it's
unfortunately.
fitting. But
Yeah, it's crazy.
buck up, dude.
We got a tough deal with baseball. I mean, that
true.
doesn't look very good. Doesn't look
Does
good.
not look
No, well,
promising.
the MLB and the MLBPA are still in talks of how to structure the season, and apparently it's coming down to two main things: the revenue split and the number of games. Players, believe it or not, want more games. The MLB actually proposed 80 game season, and then I think that the players want 110 games.
got
So,
it.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I get it, but I agree with the players. Like they're the ones that are putting their bodies at risk here. Mm-hmm. They're the ones that they're one injury away from potentially being out of their sport for not only this year but next year.
And
Maybe
losing money.
losing relevance and money then too. So asking those guys to take a pay cut as opposed to like some of the owners and the people that are making millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars.
But that's the thing.
I think we got to deal with
they
this.
all aren't. Not all the owners are in the same boat, and they're losing, just like they said, $640,000 per game without any
wild.
fans in the stands either. Everyone's looking at losing money this season. My idea is let's take all the money that we're taking from the players and the owners and just give it all to charity this year. Let's have
Why
one
not?
year of just COVID research money donation, charity donation. Let's just,
Yeah, wasn't it $12 billion that the NFL, NHL, and MLB have lost in just those three sports so
Probably.
far?
It's crazy.
That's wild.
probably. And that's the thing too. Do they? So you get a 25% pay cut. It sounds bad. And do they just not play out of spite? Because you're either going to get 25% of your pay or you're going to get 0% of your pay.
And you got guys like Scott Boras who's telling his clients basically
Yeah,
they
let's-
need you.
Let's talk
Don't
about this.
play if they don't want you to.
This guy.
So-
They're not
Scott
going to
Boras,
pay
you
It's like,
loudmouth.
that'll make it even worse. Trevor
Right.
Bauer, good. I like that.
All right, so Scott
call out.
Boras actually says
Great call out.
is basically telling his clients not to play. Says they need you to play, like Mark just stated. Trevor Bauer calls him out by saying, "Keep your personal agenda out of the MLBPA and MLB negotiations," which I agree with.
100%.
He also includes or accuses him of meddling in union affairs, which it is a union. It's a players' union, and he is a agent, and he has no business putting in what or saying things like that to fluctuate how that might
Absolutely.
change some of those people's minds.
I don't know.
So I agree with him
like
on
Trevor
that.
Bauer. Good
and
job.
Trevor Bauer's well put on
gonna
that.
speak his mind for
agree
sure.
with
He
it.
always has.
And
I love-
Scott Boras is like everyone knows Scott Boras represents you if you were like a big name,
he's the-
right?
Yep.
So to have somebody come out and say, "Hey, you know what, Scott Boras, shut your damn mouth."
Right.
Like we want to get back to playing baseball, and you saying these things for these guys and
Not
putting it in their head is not helping the
No.
situation.
Yeah.
He's dangling a carrot, is what he's doing. And I
Exactly.
think
Sure.
that Bauer
Right.
put a rest to that pretty quickly.
Yep.
You got it.
So let's go. We're going to transition into this a little bit of hockey here, real quick. Okay, when I say a little bit, we'll probably end up going into a lot because there's so many things we could talk about. But two things that I want to talk about right off tops. One, people in St. Louis, I've seen commenting on social media about their dislike about how we did not be considered a team for the hub city. Okay. So, and I listen to them, I read their comments and stuff like that too. And I say, why? Like, why do you care that you're not a hub city? Like, there's not going to be any fans there.
You can't go to the game.
The one thing that I said, I think on one of the earlier podcasts is that if you're playing in your own home arena, even though there's not fans there, there still is that home arena feel, right?
Right.
So if you want to take that completely out of it, then find the two teams like Detroit and some of these teams that are not even going to be in the league, and then host the cities out of there, because now there's no advantage to any teams that are there.
Sure.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
Watching Gru's Blues reviews, friend of mine, actually, we're still doing that show as soon as we can get some availability. Yeah. We do apologize, Mike, that we have not gotten to you sooner. But they were talking about this, and the topic that got brought up last night as well too is that in the grand scheme of things, do you really think we can have a Canadian host team? I don't think we can because of the
14-day
quarantine of coming across the
I
borders.
I don't think
so. I think it's got to be two American teams. I think that you could probably take, maybe Buffalo and Detroit, and then throw them in two. But those are two high case cities with COVID, right? Yeah. So that throws that into it. There's other teams that clearly didn't make it. Could we maybe have them there, right? Yeah. That would be, to me, the smartest thing to do, because now there's no kind of advantage to anybody at that point.
Right.
It's hey, we're going to be playing these kind of exhibition games with no fans there. And yes, if you are the better team, the way that this is happening is to appease everyone.
Right.
Like there's going to be lots of money lost from TV viewing, from obviously people being able to sell ticket sales and merchandise and all that stuff too.
Concession.
So we know there's going to be there's going to be a hit. Right.
What I would give for a $15 beer right now.
Yeah, right. Did you ever think you'd be
$9 beer night?
What I would do for it,
Right.
I would. I'm ready. If I could do it, I would.
Well, let me throw this out there though. So, like, there's certain teams that are pretty upset about the fact that the way they had to restructure it, and I think one of them was who was it? Rick Tocchet. Was it Carolina's coach?
Carolina.
They're not happy about it because
Rod Brindamore.
Yeah, Brindamore.
Oh, that's right. So you got to think about it. They're upset about it because of the fact that they are, like, they're saying, what do we play the season for? Like, we played 3/4 of the season. Like, is that all for nothing? Because you got to think that these teams that were on the bubble that weren't going to make it, now they're in and they're getting no more disadvantage to the teams that were above them that were in and didn't have to have this bubble in order to get in.
Yeah, that's true.
So he was kind of saying, even one of his scenarios was saying, so what, can we start off one game to nothing in the series because we were ahead of them in the thing? And no, I think that's asinine, because now you're just throwing more logistics into the way that the structure needs to be.
It does make sense. I mean, he's got a good point.
Like,
look, the Rangers probably shouldn't be here.
Bend don't break kind of attitude. I mean, let's put it this way. My favorite stat is that the Montreal Canadiens, who are now a playoff contending team, had a 0.2% chance to make the playoffs with the remaining games that were left. A 0.2% chance, and they're now in it.
Teams. These are the teams you should beat.
If
they beat you, you have no one to blame but yourself.
Guys,
so these guys barely get a shot. Step up and beat them. If you think they have no business being there,
that's true.
They should be easy to move out then. So you shouldn't even complain. Just go play them.
They're all going to be charged up, right?
They're going to be charged up.
I mean,
so much time off. They backed in a 31-9 record for Montreal, literally 500 record.
Right.
And you got to play Pittsburgh. That's a huge, tall task.
Yeah, but now, I mean, what
have
can
a chance
make you
though?
Now? But they have a want to play.
Carey Price catches fire.
I think it was why they were like, hey, we can't finish the season because there's teams that just are not going to care.
Yeah.
And that can sway now the bubble teams and stuff too. So I think this is the fairest way that they have approached it.
I agree. And I hear Blues fans, why are the Blackhawks in? I'm like, who cares? You got to beat
points.
them.
Right.
If they beat you, then an inferior team beats your team.
Right.
In all honesty, that's what it is.
Right.
This isn't 100% fair, but it's the fairest way.
It's
not the end of the world either.
Going on.
No.
And we're going to have hockey.
Right. TJ Casey says that you're going to lose money no matter what. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Nick actually says that the
year.
Blues play better on the road. I don't want them playing here given the situation. That's an interesting thought. But yeah, I mean, you do make a point there too. Yeah. TJ Casey says we don't have the hotels. Pretty simple. We can't accommodate all of the players plus their families. Just your opinion.
It's a lot of people.
St. Louis has zero chance. Yeah, they've already said we're out of it, so we do have zero chance. Derek Munster states the thing that concerns me is with Vegas or Phoenix possibly being a hub city is how the ice going to be in July with it being 115 degrees outside? It's a good
tough.
point.
Vegas is one of the
It's gonna
top
be tough.
teams. From what I'm
Yeah.
hearing, rumors. There's no teams yet, but
Yeah, I
heard a
lot about Vegas
They're thinking about bringing it to
hosting,
Vegas.
yeah.
TJ says
I can
that's
see
why
it.
LA is considered over St. Louis, though COVID is way worse there. They have the hotel space, so
Sure.
to possibly space
And
it
they're out
out.
of the
Right.
playoffs. That's an even.
And yeah, I agree with you, TJ. I think that Vegas could be one of the hub cities as well too.
Yep.
But can you imagine like that now? Montreal Canadiens, like I said, had a 0.2% chance of possibly making the playoffs before all this happened, and now they're in.
Garbage.
Smash them then.
Uh-huh.
They have no business being there.
Yeah.
It should be easy to beat.
And Malkin and Crosby
You know,
and
that's your
company
thought.
should absolutely do that.
You should.
And that's a 3-0 win for Pittsburgh.
Right.
In that
And I hope
series.
these teams that got their chance just give it all, and these
Good.
teams should beat them. But they don't. They didn't come ready to play, if you ask me.
Well, let me ask you this. This is a controversial thing, right? It's a topic that's been brought up. I don't know if it's controversial, but award ceremonies. They're giving out award ceremonies. So Leon Draisaitl is the first German-born Art Ross winner because he was the leading point scorer at the end
Right.
of the season. So do you put an asterisk next to that? I mean, the kid clearly is talented. He was in the run the entire year. 75% of the season was played.
probably would have
think
gotten
that
it.
He
I
probably
think
would
that
have.
this. I don't think that this goes with an asterisk. I don't think it does.
No.
It holds some sort of value.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that they also said that Ovechkin got an award. Marchand or one of the guys on Boston got an award.
I
Pasternak
think
got
they
an
got the
award.
top goal scorers
Goal
there. They
scorers.
tied 49 apiece,
Right.
maybe something like that, if I'm not mistaken.
So
I mean, there should be an asterisk here. Look at this.
So are
what
the-
you've got to get through to get the Stanley Cup. It ain't
Right.
going to be easy.
No.
Did the Bruins-
Anybody who says that it doesn't, it's not as counted or it doesn't mean anything.
Do the
whatever.
Bruins get the
You're
President's
you got
Trophy?
some work to do to get that Stanley
You do.
Cup this year.
You
For
do.
sure.
Absolutely.
Oh, there's no doubt.
and not having
Extra games.
not
Yeah.
having the hometown under the home fans there is going
Yeah.
to definitely change it as well.
It's gonna be
too.
weird. The layoff.
TJ
How are
says-
these teams gonna react.
TJ
So
says a
many
winner is a
factors.
winner. He says no asterisk on this season. I agree
I
too.
agree. I
I
like
don't
it.
think that. I think with the way that we have the playoff format here, that whoever wins this brutal format is going to
Yeah.
literally be crowned the winner. And I don't think that I'm going to look at it and be like, oh, well, that was that COVID season.
Right.
Like, 'cause
I don't
Still
think
got
I
a
will
champion
either.
out of it.
That's. I mean, I would. This is what we need to do. This shows that we finish things that we start.
Love it.
Yeah.
Right.
And if Montreal rolls through and steamrolls 3 teams,
Interesting.
then they deserve
It'll
to
make
be
a
there.
hell of a story, and we'll be talking about it.
Yes, we will.
So, Leon Draisaitl, definitely congratulations, man, on winning the Art Ross Trophy. That's definitely
Killed
something
it.
special.
Even without
Hell of a year.
McJesus for a
Yeah.
couple games for a few weeks there, still
Had a hell of a year.
held it
Draisaitl.
down. Leon Draisaitl.
So, the St. Louis Blues, man, we're coming live, right? We have a bye week. We're gonna find out who we play between two.
Well, looks
Find
like
out-
we're gonna-
find out.
I
Let me
believe
know. We
it's
talked
this.
about this
It's
last
this right here because we're at the top. But if they do the reseeding, I think that's still something they're trying to figure out, right?
I think they are.
Okay.
That's still being
So
worked
without
out.
reseeding, we would be here. I think I saw
Interesting.
So we would play. Oh God,
Arizona or
the team that we
Nashville.
don't want to
The
play.
Neither one of those teams.
Well,
have
I
been
think
easy
Arizona.
on us,
Personally,
you
I
know?
think Arizona takes care of Nashville. So
I think so too.
Their
Well, there's-
goaltending back
I'm with
and
Biz
healthy.
Nasty on getting Arizona through.
Shout
past
out to
Nashville.
Biz
I think
Nasty.
so.
See, I
legend.
think that Nashville doesn't have what it takes to win in the playoffs anymore. I think that they lost some of their gusto, and I think that
Pekka Rinne's taking
I
a
mean,
step way back.
I
a few
can't say
steps
that
back.
that's the case. I think that defensively, with injuries
It's
to Ellis
gotten
and
weak
with
on that
other
back
people,
end.
Absolutely.
Roman Yossi was out for a short period of time, I believe. And then you even had Forsberg got hurt. Arvidsson, I think, broke his leg or something like that. Fiala broke his leg that one year against us. They've had some injury problems, and not just like, oh hey, I pulled my groin, like, oh hey,
Right.
you dislocated this or you broke a bone.
I think it's going to be a good series, and I think probably I would think that Saros would probably be their top goalie, and he did perform better, and he'd be a little
God, it's
scarier
so,
than
It's so hard to leave Rene on the bench, and maybe if you do start him,
see how you
and he
feel it
doesn't.
out.
Let's say they don't beat Arizona, you got to think Rene is probably.
Seen the
Out the
end
door?
of his.
And you know what? Great guy to go to a team that's competing. I mean,
Sure.
look at Andre Fleury. They gave up on him. We've talked about this before. There's still something
Trust
there.
me, Pekka Rinne's not done.
I don't
in
think
his
he is
career,
either.
Right?
But
He's
Nashville
also
might
hands
see
down.
the pay as a
You
way
might.
to move him.
But that will be where he has to bend in order. Because I mean, how many more years do you have left on his contract? Because then they lock him in
good
long term.
question.
And I think he is
I
one of
don't know
those
exactly
higher
how much
paid
longer. It's
goalies.
It's the same type of Jake Allen deal we got going here, kind of, right? You know,
Right.
when you-
no, it's similar to that.
a little bit
Probably
similar.
more money.
A little bit more money.
More money.
I'm sure.
Pekka.
yeah, way more money.
It's going to be a good series. They tied in the season series 1-1, 1 win, 1 loss for each of them. And they held their own. Arizona, they really do have a good mix of experience, and then they got youth.
And they got a great coach.
They got a great coach. They got two great goalies who are both healthy now.
Good coach
you
can
know,
change a lot of things. I think
Arizona,
we've seen that.
Arizona
He can.
had 74
Yeah, he can.
points. Nashville had 78 points. Pretty even. I like that match, and I think as of right now, but like we said, we don't know if there's going to be reseeding or what's going to happen here. So, but actually, here it says, according to this, I've seen so many different ones. According to
Right.
this, we'd play the number one versus Calgary,
Winner of
Winnipeg.
Calgary,
So
Winnipeg.
This is the first. Actually, just seeing this is the first time I've seen this. So this might have been from a few days ago too.
Yeah,
But
that's all right.
These are the matchups. We'll figure out what happens next round when
Now I'm going to tell you right
we
now.
figure it out.
At least going from the right side of this thing here, Calgary doesn't stand a chance. They just don't show up in the playoffs. Don't think they have the goaltending depth there. I think that Winnipeg with Hellebuck and with having the talent that they do, even without having Buff in the back
They
end
haven't
of their
had the
defense,
best year. I mean,
they haven't. But
you know.
Kyle Connor stepped up. He's a hell of a player.
Huge year, 73 points.
Yeah, so they're literally getting better in offense, which is not something that's good for anybody that they're gonna have to play against.
And you trust having David Rittich as your goalie?
Right.
Yeah.
See, that's just to me, that's a Winnipeg landslide. I don't think Calgary wins a game. I think the Edmonton Oilers and the Chicago Blackhawks series. I think
that could be a
whoever
lot of fun.
It's tricky.
I threw this out on Gru's Blues reviews the other night while I was kind of tuning in. I was commenting on the section. And I said, don't sleep on Chicago,
Never.
especially against Edmonton.
Playoffs.
Because here's the thing: even though Chicago, like to us, because obviously we're St. Louis Blues fans, so
Sure.
you bring up the Chicago Blackhawks, it's got a little bit of a funk to it because of the fact that we have that rivalry there.
Yeah.
But the fact that they were as good as they were going into the break, and that Edmonton only has one line. Yeah, I know they got some rookie guys, right? I know they got some youth on the team that could be there, but they are youthful and also green to playoff hockey.
Sure,
Yep.
So
absolutely.
They've been
the
there.
fact that now this could be the Draisaitl and McDavid show, and they could try to just literally take it as the two players to do it, which people could get hot do
1-2
that.
in the
I just
scoring
don't
league.
think that they're going to have the gusto to get to where they need to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
It could
Now,
happen.
Vancouver Canucks.
I like their team.
I think they're going to take Minnesota. I think that Minnesota's older. They may have more experience in the playoffs, but I think that the kids, you got Brock Besser, you got Elias Pettersson. They
like
just picked
Pettersson a
up
lot.
Toffoli. I like
Toffoli.
Tanner Pearson with that line
TJ
as well
Miller,
too.
their top scorer.
Yep.
You have Quinn
72
Hughes,
points,
the
Quinn
defenseman
Hughes.
stud that's there too. Not really at
Calder
a
candidate.
Makar
got
level
a good
yet,
goalie too.
right? But still fantastic. So I got to take Vancouver there.
Yep.
And then the Phoenix and the Nashville thing, I just think Phoenix is going to take it. I hate Phil Kessel, not a big fan, but Nashville to me is on the decline and on the way out.
Yeah, I'm going Arizona there too.
Me too. I got
definitely think
Arizona there. So many intriguing matchups here. I do, like you said, the Edmonton Chicago thing's crazy, and it sucks for you Edmonton's fans because you missed the fourth spot
Right.
by I hear percentage points, just like
Yeah, just
less than
like
1
Carolina,
point.
right?
Yeah, same
Carolina,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah, and that's why they're all salty because they could have, potentially had this first round bye. But it is what it is. You fell where you fell, and that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
You beat the team that barely got in. That's how you just move on.
Right.
That's how you do
I'm
it.
getting accused by TJ Casey of liking Kyle Connor just because he's a redhead.
We're all in this together.
gotta
You
stick
may
to
be
it.
right. No.
The
No,
bond
he's
is deep there.
He is, and the fact that we share the same name too doesn't help.
There you go.
But no, Kyle Connor's actually a stud, man.
a good
I
player.
thought he was a hell of a player a couple years ago, and he's done nothing but gotten better. So he's just one of those guys you have to watch out for because he's a sneaky second line scoring guy. He
Yeah,
might have
dude.
even moved up to the first line.
You got wheels out there. That power
Yeah.
play is nasty. They'll get you. Don't take too many penalties against them. One more thing I took away from the Western Conference game or the Western Conference matchups. Vancouver and Minnesota. That could be a really high scoring series. That'd be really
be.
to see.
I
Depends
disagree.
on how these goalies plays. Vancouver was 8th in goals for, 21st in goals against. And Minnesota was 12th in goals for and 24th in goals against.
Wow.
So that
And
could
Dubnyk.
be.
You know I'm a
and
fan of
Dubnyk
Markstrom.
Dubnyk is rough. He had a rough season.
Wasn't the same guy he was a few years ago. That's for sure.
Who they bring in? Stalock to play a lot of
Stalock.
games this year too. Who didn't do as bad as Dubnyk? Same kind of problem that they had in Nashville. Rene and a proven starter losing it, but every series is intriguing to me. Let's
Yeah.
go to the East.
I dig all that.
Let's go to the East.
Yeah.
I guess I'll just kick off again since
going, baby.
since we were doing it. So we start off with an interesting matchup with Toronto against Columbus. Okay, now I don't think that there's any doubt in my mind. Freddie Anderson's a stud. If he gets hot, he could steal not only that series, but he could also bring them deeper into this playoff
He's
tree.
clutch.
Toronto's offensively, they're not offensively challenged. They have the talent there to put in goals, and that's never been a weakness of theirs.
No.
They're getting they keep adding defensemen, like not just petty defensemen, like big name defensemen. They have
TJ,
Jake Muzzin. They have what's
Brody.
the? I'm sorry,
Or not Brody. From Colorado.
TJ Barry. Barry. Yeah. They have Barry. They have Kale. Wait, no. Kale McCarr was Colorado. I'm
They
going back
have
to this.
so I mean, just not even their deep.
Yeah, they keep adding.
Matthews,
talent.
Marner, Tavares, Nylander. I mean, come on, they gotta put some points up here.
The talent is there. It's finding that playoff
chemistry.
style hockey that you
Yeah.
have to have. It doesn't matter how good you are.
Right.
You've got to find
100%
that next level. And until they play as a team, like, I know how good they are.
For
but
sure.
They need to play a forecheck style of hockey. That's what the playoffs are.
Right.
You can't play it. You're not going to last, and you're not going to win.
You're
Yeah.
right, and they gotta think Columbus has a full team coming back. Atkinson's,
Absolutely.
Jones, Bjorkstrom, Murray. They're all coming back. They're
Love
all
Seth
healthy.
Jones.
They're just great players.
Yeah.
Dubois, Nyquist, Werenski. They're a scary team
That'll be
too.
fun.
If their goaltender situation, Korpisalo would probably be back
Korpisalo,
I guess.
yeah.
But also Merzlikins had a stretch of 5 shutouts in 9 games, which is
Wow.
incredible. Awesome, intriguing series.
That's
Who doesn't want to see
matchup.
Toronto play Boston in the
Right.
next round?
That's what I'm saying,
Just
and
wanna
that's
see
and
that.
that's exactly what
Absolutely.
TJ and Nick are actually talking about now.
Leafs and
TJ
Bruins.
says Toronto will win it,
Classic.
and Nick says maybe the first round. He goes, they won't beat Boston. Here's the
back
thing:
to that style.
don't forget the fact that Boston was hot all year. This could have been the break that stunted that. And not having fans in the stand as well too. They're a high energy team. I don't know if
definitely
this
play
isn't
off
working in their favor. Now the Blues might be affected by that too.
Very true.
I mean, we're a high physicality team. We like to make hits the entire game. Like, what does that look like when you're in an exhibition with
That's
no
gonna be-
fans in the
It's going to be
stand?
weird.
Yeah, I hope it doesn't affect us in the long run as far as our quality of play, because we're a hardworking team, and I don't think that fans are going to change that.
No.
Well, let's this. So Pittsburgh and Montreal. This is interesting because, as I stated to you earlier, Montreal had a 0.2% chance of making it to the playoffs before this whole thing happened, and now they're playing Pittsburgh in the first round. Pittsburgh's got a lot of talent. We know that, right?
Right.
I don't know if the goaltending thing is fully hashed out there, or if he's been playing. Matt Murray's been playing 100% better.
Yeah.
I think that
it's been the other
Malkin.
guy
Tristan
starting.
Yari's taking
Tristan
that
Jarry
starting
has been
spot over for sure.
Pretty
Yeah.
much starting.
I think that I think that whenever it comes down to it, you have a team that's got a lot of talent, Sidney Crosby, Evgeny Malkin, all that stuff, and you're literally taking it and throwing them out there and expecting something. I think that matchup right there, I think that series is going to be interesting to watch, and I don't think that you can sleep on Montreal because they have Carey Price, who I hate to admit this, but he is one of the best goalies in the league.
Yep.
But
The
he's
X
not.
factor.
He's not the best goalie in the league, which the players voted that, which I don't
Right.
get it, but
He's the X factor. If he comes to play and can do something and put some string some wins together,
Right.
it
It's
could
a-
be tough for Pittsburgh.
It's a
mean, he
scary
is.
thing, too. Yeah, team
Right.
with nothing to lose.
Right.
They really
Yeah.
don't have anything to lose.
100%.
that's where Montreal comes into play, to where this style of exhibition hockey with no fans might
Right.
actually be good for them.
Yep.
Real
Also,
quick-
Pittsburgh will be getting Gensel back. Rust is healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Derek Munster says when the first round is underway, the top 4 teams will play each other for seeding. I wonder if they will have a bracket style format or if they will do reseeding. So if playoff reseeding is in effect, if the Blackhawks win, they could play us the next round. Official first round, yes.
Wow.
I
We'll
agree
see how
with
that
that,
all
Derek.
plays.
That
See where
could
that
be
goes.
that could be interesting. John Nesseloff says, "Oh, great format for tonight." Very similar to kind of what you guys were going through last night at Groove's Blues Reviews. I was a little jealous I couldn't jump on with you guys and kind of throw in my comments as well too. But John, thanks for tuning in.
John?
And yeah, there's some things that I felt like I needed to say about this, so we just resurfaced a little bit of this topic as well. But between that, I mean, we'll move on. New York Islanders, Florida Panthers. Now I know who you think I'm going to pick here, Mark. I know who you think I'm going to pick here because
think
you know.
you by love and hope Florida. But
So
I think
I am a Florida fan.
reality Islanders.
Islanders are going to get Pellich back. Okay.
got it.
Now, Pellich was out, and now look at the stats. If you can find that, when Pellich was in the lineup, they're like 25, 10, and something. And then when he's out, they were like significantly worse. Okay. So when you have a team like that, that's going to be getting back one of their biggest pieces before the playoffs starts up, that's a huge deal. Like, I mean, you got to think like to me, like I said the other night too, New York Islanders are probably the second hardest working team in the NHL to the St. Louis Blues.
Great coach again.
I think that you have teams like Washington who you could say like, oh yeah, well they're a great team. Yeah, but I say hardworking. They have so much talent that they don't have to work hard.
It's hard.
Right? So when you don't have the Ovechkins and the Oshis and these guys that are demanding high end contracts, Kuznetsovs, and you're making this happen with Sammy Blaze and David Perrons and Ryan O'Reilly's,
Oscar Sundquist.
or in their case, Brock Nelson's and
Right.
Pelich, and
Right.
these guys are putting together a hell of a team.
Barzal,
so the
Bailey,
Islanders
yeah,
is
they're
going to be the
scary.
team that I'm going to
Yep.
take there.
Yep.
And some people may disagree. Nick actually says Kyle is always Islanders, and that's not true. That's not true.
Islanders did take the season series 3-0 against Florida, and Florida could only muster up 4 goals in those 3 games against the Islanders. So it sounds like
Stats
utter
out
domination
to
there.
kind of back up that Islanders,
Little
I-
utter domination in the regular season. Bobrovsky had another goalie.
Yeah.
Rough year.
Rough year.
Yeah, we got. Let's see what we got here. John Neslov says the Farley shirt. Hell yeah, man. It says F&A. Dude, had to. Matt Foley. Let's see what else we got here. TJK says pretty sure round robin for the top 4 teams. Each conference is happening. We'll know later, guys. Who knows? We'll get some more details on it, and we'll find out exactly what it is that they're going to do, because it's still new to us as well.
Right.
But you never know, honestly. And then Carey Price, there was a statement. I think that TJ made the comment that Price, if he was on a different team, would have been most likely a much better goalie. It's like a Dominic Hasek factor.
Sure.
Right? I get that.
There's no doubt.
I get that.
Players love him, though. He gets voted best goalie year after year on a.
There are times where he is shut down, but
is,
he
man.
doesn't have
He
a whole
strings
lot
some-
of help either.
Yeah,
Never does.
I agree. Now, John Neslov says real quick, he says that he chose Toronto strictly because of Trump. Says, listen to the show from last night. I even said it. Oh, well, his secondary team.
I have love for Toronto from being up there, and it was awesome. They were so cool to all, like me and my buddies. We were all St. Louis. We had St. Louis jerseys on.
Yeah.
People in Toronto were amazing.
I have
Would
some
totally
friends.
Go back up there.
The Kerrigans, I've met them. They're from Toronto. Like some of my favorite people in the world.
It's awesome.
Both John, Linda, Brody, Nicole, the whole family are like super, super kind. They've been like family to us. They're another one of our Florida group people that we see down for the 4th of July as well too. But they've always been like, hey, you should come to Toronto and visit.
Love it.
And I wanted
awesome.
to. I've wanted to for a long time, and I finally have my passport.
Yeah.
So I might
Here,
have to
great
take them up
thing.
on
Have you
that.
been to the Hockey Hall of Fame?
I have
No,
not.
You haven't
I
been
would
up
love.
there.
No, I haven't. So I would love to do
You
that.
have to go.
They got that tall thing, too, don't they?
Now here's a
Yeah,
fun
they
fact. Here's a fun fact too. I think it's a St. Patrick's Day thing. They do a huge St. Patrick's Day thing down there. The
dye the
Carolines,
river
right?
green.
So besides that, they do a curling tournament.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Okay.
man.
Now I've never curled before. All right.
I have
But I've
watched
played
it on
shuffleboard.
TV. Yeah.
And I'm sure I could have enough adult
I'd love to
beverages to
curl.
where I think that I could curl. Okay.
Yeah.
So you tell me, and I always would have to watch it when the Olympics is on. Like if curling's on,
It's
you
so
know,
interesting.
you're
though.
sitting there. It's like you get stuck on it. You're like, okay, this guy's gonna scrape the ice, and you hear him. You're like, no, more. Like, so yeah, curling would be fun. That's on the bucket list too. I
Yeah.
definitely would love to make it down to one of those gatherings for one of the curling tournaments, because there was like 3 rinks they have rented out. It's a huge thing, and just a big party. So
Where's
I would
this
love
at?
that. It's in Toronto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
I
said
went
we
to
could catch a game if I go out there too. So I literally, it's been one of those things where I've just have been busy with work, and
Right.
PTO doesn't line up right, but I'm gonna have to take them up on it once obviously all this stuff settles down
Right.
and whatnot. So
We went. There was a bar when we first got there. It was called like St. Louis. I'm like, what is that? Right by Rogers Center.
really,
So we toured. We actually went in there and had beers, and they had the Cardinal game on, which is just bizarre. But
So
as
was
soon as
this
we
like-
get to Canada, it's like St. Louis. I don't know. It's a bar in Toronto. And it's like they had the Cardinal game on.
John,
Like, well-
Linda, if you guys are out there watching this, the Kerrigans,
Yeah.
and you know about this and have some backstory on it, let us know.
Should be right by Rogers Center, because we went and toured that right after there, and then we went to a Leafs Lightning game, and if the Leafs would have won, they would have clinched the playoff spot.
Oh wow,
So it would have been really cool. They lost.
yeah.
Tampa Bay beat them, and then
And then they got swept.
no, I think
that
they
last
did
year?
the next round. This
Oh, okay.
was in 2017.
Oh okay.
So actually, I think the next day we went to a Marlies game, which is their AHL affiliate, and then we went to we walked out of the game, and MLS was playing. Like they were literally starting the Toronto FC game. So we went to that too.
Cool.
And then we went to a Raptors game. We hit like everything. And then
See Drake?
the
That's
Leafs,
awesome.
I did not. The Leafs did clinch the next night though, because Pittsburgh lost or something. So the
Okay.
whole city was all up, and I mean everybody's walking around down there. It's a
Hell yeah,
really nice place. It's very
that's
cool.
awesome.
Recommend
Wait,
Toronto.
Real quick, we actually left one off the list here.
We got one left.
We have one left here.
Carolina
We didn't go over the
Rangers.
Carolina and the Rangers. Now, here's the thing. Fun fact for you guys. Matchups throughout the season. Did you guys see this?
Rangers swept them 4-0.
4-0.
Wow.
So, in the fact that
Outscored
they are the
17-9.
and the fact that they are the 11th seed and they have that the going against the 6 and for Carolina, this I think is what he was
That's
talking
why
about.
Rod
why-
Benmore's a little
this is
angry.
This is why he's a
he's
little
worried.
upset.
They whipped
right?
us. Well,
Yeah.
it's just where the matchup
Because
falls.
he says, "Hey, you guys said, basically we're just saying screw the rest of the season we did, the 75% of the season we did.
Yeah.
We're gonna do this format." And now he's scared because he's
He's mad
playing a
about
team
the
that's
matchup.
beaten him 4 times this season.
Better find a way to beat him.
You got to do it. It's the
That's it.
playoffs.
Too bad.
Hey,
You got to make it
everyone,
happen.
Tough.
Everyone having Panarin leading
Yeah.
the league in even strength points this year, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
MVP candidate. He's bad. He's a
Yeah.
bad boy. I'd be scared if I was Rod Brindamore too. The more
I
I
feel
think
sad
about
for
it.
this Buffalo guy.
Hey.
Well, this guy with his Buffalo hat on. He looks real sad.
Yeah, he really does.
He's really sad. I watched this a little bit. He was whining the whole time about why Buffalo. I mean,
man.
John Nesselhoff says, signing off, boys. He says, killing the podcast game. He says, boomer.
Yeah.
shout out John.
Mike Grzeski also says, how about the professional women's hockey team in Toronto, the Toronto Six? Now, I don't have much
I did
knowledge
not
about
know
that,
anything.
Grzeski, but that's a
No.
good call out.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's an entertaining watch, man, I'll have to check it out whenever I'm
Yeah,
down
I'll check
there.
it out.
For sure. And then see what else we got here. Derek Munster says he was in New York City with a couple buddies before all this virus crap hit, and it went a Rangers Blues game, and the Rangers fans were by far the coolest fans I have interacted with. Also, Madison Square Garden is just an incredible venue to watch a hockey game.
oh, I can't imagine.
They were so engaging and knew their stuff. Plus, they loved us for beating Boston in the finals. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a quick way to make friends with them
Yeah,
for
we
sure.
we're going to get a lot of fans from beating Boston.
He says he then went to the Devils game a few days ago and was totally the opposite. They were fighting in the stands, Devils fans. I've never had to get up from my seat as much as I did then in Jersey. Nerds.
We feel you.
Right.
It's a rough situation
We
in
feel you.
New
Yeah,
Jersey.
TJ says Zibanejad is awesome and is the most
awesome.
underrated player. He is a good
He
player,
is
man.
very good.
I don't think he's underrated, though. I think they knew that he
75
was
I
good.
think he's getting his
Yeah.
attention more and more
I agree.
Well, I mean,
over
he-
the last year or so.
he's had
What?
some injuries too, a little bit here.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
missing a little bit of time.
Don't forget here, I mean, he was the bright spot on a really shitty Ottawa Senators team that went to a better situation.
true.
So he's actually, and it wasn't that much of a better situation in
No,
New York at
no,
the time. Now
no.
that they've got Panarin and stuff, it's
Right.
it's kind of straightening itself
flourishing.
out. But that's a good call out, man.
Zibanejad
Zibanejad
is
is,
the man.
definitely a stud.
Very good.
But I don't know, guys. To me, teams to watch out for as far as the ones that have the bye weeks. I mean, Philadelphia, you can't sleep on them. Dallas, I think, is a joke. Vegas, you can't sleep on them. Colorado, you can't sleep on them. Boston, you can't sleep on them. Tampa has something to prove this year.
Right.
They've got Pat Maroon on the team, so I mean, he's got a Stanley Cup under his belt. He can bring that kind of veteran kind of aspect to it, which is awesome for me to be able to say about my friend. That's
It's very
really,
cool.
it,
That's
it
so
just
cool.
I
Yeah.
feel proud saying
Stanley
that
Cup
too.
champion.
But yeah, guys, it's going to be a dangerous playoff series, and I cannot tell you guys how much. I can't wait to cook some food and have some friends over to watch some of
This
these
is gonna
games.
be
I'll be here.
awesome.
And I think I'm going to be first time too. I'm going to be in Florida for the 4th of July watching playoff hockey.
Yeah.
This is going to be pretty neat.
Yeah, it's
I'm going to be on the
very
beach. I can come off and cool off
It's
maybe
like
for a little
Christmas
bit.
in July.
cool. Yeah.
Right. So
That's awesome.
That could happen.
that's neat.
Love
So
it. Looking forward to it
bold,
so much.
bold choice here, Nick. Go ahead, give me who is your bold choice of finals? Who's going to be the two teams at the end?
Man. We're going. Man, this is just it's too much to It's just too much to compute right now. If I'm going at it, if I'm just going off the top of my head, I want to see St. Louis play Tampa. Who doesn't?
You want to see St. Louis play Tampa? Mark, who you got, man?
I like that. I do like the Blues versus Tampa, but I'm wondering if Tampa can get through. I think they're going to have their hands full too.
Do you think that Tampa?
I think maybe the Capitals or Boston. I mean, I still
I said
winning.
you got to give
So
me two.
hard.
and I
you got to
don't-
give me two.
I'm
Who
not
do you
even
think?
like big fans of either team, but I think they've just got that. They've got the mentality. They know how to play that game.
So who are you taking? Who's your 2
I'm gonna
teams?
I'm going to go Washington.
You're gonna go
I'm
Washington
gonna
and
go
Blues.
Washington and the Blues. in the
Interesting.
finals.
Interesting.
Intriguing.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here. Okay, and I'm gonna say that this year we're gonna have a chopped up. I think that you're going to see, unfortunately, Tampa Bay have another early exit. I think they've got a little bit of a curse that Washington had there for a couple years now
Yeah.
with exiting out with that sweep. I think that that's going to be in their head, and they're going to want to win even more. And sometimes when you want to win and you feel like you need to win, it's not always
worse.
the easiest thing to do.
Sure.
It's worse.
So I don't think that Tampa is going to be my end game here. I'm going to go out on my bold statement and say that you're going to see the Blues and the Philadelphia Flyers.
Love
Look at
it.
that.
I would love it. Personally.
Two hardworking
Yeah.
teams, and that's me having a hard time with it as well too, because obviously in the grand scheme of things, you have like the Islanders, who I told you are like a really good team, but I think
pick.
Islanders versus Philly is going to be a hardworking.
I think
team if it
Pittsburgh
gets there. You know,
is going to go. I love Pittsburgh right now for some reason too. I'm really locked on them for some reason. I think we should do a draft bracket challenge.
a draft bracket challenge. I think we
do you
should
think
throw
about
something
that?
together and do a draft bracket challenge.
Maybe
We'll all
we'll
fill
make-
one out.
Yeah.
We'll all fill one out. We'll actually allow our followers to do the same
Maybe
thing
we'll
as
do
well
a whole
too.
Very cool.
podcast NHL draft bracket challenge. Everyone can do. Maybe we'll get that going.
Yeah,
Like the
fun.
idea of that.
I'm fine with that. Yeah, we'll get a challenge
Coming
going out there
soon.
and
Coming
see
soon.
get something out there for you guys to get interactive with and enjoy and have a good time with.
I love the Flyers idea of them getting there. I just don't know.
Yeah,
It's going to be tough.
I love Washington.
I don't know how
area, too.
deep they haven't won. They haven't really been that far in a while. It's going to be well.
This is gonna be wild.
Neither have we. So it doesn't. It doesn't really matter.
It's gonna be
You
wild.
work, you'll get there.
we got TJ's throwing out a bold prediction. He says Dallas, Washington.
That's bold. That is controversial.
I think Dallas could be bounced to whoever they face.
I mean, I think that Dallas is a team that's on the decline. I think that they had their best chance against us, and that sailed.
Yep.
We'll have to see what what the actual first round brings after the playing round. If we
Yeah.
get reseeded, then it
Yeah, I'm
depends.
curious. It depends who they match up with, but
Yeah.
I don't like Dallas either.
I mean, I'm not
like 'em.
scared of them. I know Ben's kind of like that blues killer. You like hate seeing,
No
but
doubt.
we're gonna have Tarasenko back.
Yep.
All right. I heard Bowmeister got a brand new heart. He's coming back. I'm joking.
Fresh heart.
I'm just joking. But no, honestly,
stopped. I was
we
like,
got Marco Scandella. We got Marco Scandella that's out there that's taking his place. But I'm
I
just
like him.
I'm just saying everyone that's coming into this is going to be healthy. So whereas you had an injured McKinnon, you had an injured Tarasenko, an injured Pellich from New York Islanders. These are significant pieces to these teams that are really good.
It's gonna be so
Really
much
good.
fun.
So
I'd like to see the Blues versus Colorado.
I would too.
That's going to be.
We've got some. We
we
still
get
have
to
some
that
business
point.
with them though.
Yeah.
For the whole wild card thing, or us the last game of the
us
season when they
the
beat
last
us.
game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't forget.
We got to get
That would
that
be
back.
that would be high flying.
I didn't forget.
No.
So, but yeah, I will say as far as the hockey stuff goes, man, I'm excited about it. I'm happy we're going to get this stuff going sooner or later. I would say we're still 3 to 4 weeks out because obviously they have their training camps and stuff. So that lines up to be like right when I'm on vacation, I might have like 2 weeks to watch nonstop playoff hockey.
That's pretty
I think
awesome.
that's going to be pretty fantastic.
And all
You
day
will not
long.
be on the beach.
I mean,
I will be on the beach.
Not in the
bring
water.
your device.
Under an umbrella.
I've made promises that I'm going to try to be out in the sun a lot more this year because I'm always in the room because I'm hungover from the drinking and staying up late the night before. It's kind of my thing on
There's
vacation.
nothing wrong with that.
No.
Make sure you
Part
get a
of
good base,
vacation.
Kyle. Get a good base
Part of
going, man.
vacation.
You want me to get a good base tan or
Get a good
burn?
base
There's no in
before you
between.
get out there.
There's no in between.
Get a good. If you go, what's
White
your
or
base?
burnt.
I mean,
You'll get it. Get a good base.
first of all right, I'll just cut myself out a nice construction paper suit so that way none of the light will get through it.
Refractive. Wrap yourself in foil.
Yeah, if I do that though, I'll feel really strange.
You look cool. It's your quarantine
you
social
ever-
distancing suit.
Have you ever been into foil? Do you have fillings?
It's like
Do you have fillings?
it's like putting a tongue on
Reminds
your
me of
a battery on a
basketball.
tongue.
Yeah.
Those like flame retardant like blankets they have that I feel like foil or something like that.
Really?
Oh, or
Yeah,
the
they can-
firefighters get under
Yeah, I
when they're
think so, yeah.
fighting fire when they're fighting fires. Yeah.
I want to throw this out there too because we're in the getting out of the quarantine times. Boomer, looks like you got cleaned up pretty nice over the haircut.
I did.
Shaved up. Mark, you cleaned up as well
I
too.
did.
I've been getting
I
out
did.
a lot,
I looked
too.
awfully
Yeah.
homely. So
Nick, you got a fresh cut here not too long ago too, huh?
Kinda.
So I'm the only one sitting over here with the hobo haircut.
Hobo.
That
I actually have
literally
facial
haven't-
hair too right now.
That's great, dude. You've been rubbing the cream on it to get it to fill in like in the spots you can't get it.
Rogaine. I'm not only a member. I'm
Rogaine
the
for my
president.
beard.
That's adorable.
But no, Guys, another thing, just to remind you, share the video tonight, please.
Yes.
If you haven't, we are
Please
doing
share.
a little giveaway. Trying to do something for the ladies tonight with
Yes.
the whole nice. It's a very good looking shirt with the art on it from.
Beautiful.
It was Karen
Jones.
Jones.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Karen, for the donation and for doing something for us. So if you guys do watch, we always keep the share option up until our next video. So from now until Monday.
Yeah.
We will actually, you'll have the chance to share the video, and if you share it, we'll do a drawing to do the giveaway for
And who was the previous
the
winner?
shirt. Tyler Middendorf, my cousin, won the Antonino's
Tyler
Pizza.
Middendorf.
So,
Yeah.
Tyler,
Shout
thank
out.
you for sharing the
Congratulations.
video, and we appreciate that. Derek Munster says Bowmeister's new heart is named Scandella. That is true.
It's a good name for it.
That is true.
perfect.
It is. That's a good
Definitely.
name.
Oh, yeah. Share,
Phil,
guys.
thanks for joining, man. Thanks for joining.
Don't forget to follow us on Twitter if you have a Twitter.
Yes.
Please, we need you. At the Name Shame Pod.
Yeah, definitely.
Follow
Link
us
is in the
on
comments.
Twitter.
Absolutely.
Let's chat.
Let's see. We got TJ says he hasn't cut his hair or beard in months. He says, give my lady that shirt. Yeah, hey, man, share the video,
There you
man.
go.
I think he already
Share
did.
it.
He always shares our videos, so we
you go.
appreciate that. And then you have the chance to do it. So we'll be doing that. We next episode, I think we're going to be hopefully giving away something else. I know that Missy Donner gave us away she's going to go do the free dog nail
clip.
clipping.
Great service.
Yep.
Awesome that she came to the house. Very convenient for that. So shout out to
that's
her
cool.
again.
That's amazing.
We'll find out basically who we'll give that away next episode as well. So.
Cool.
Guys, thank you for tuning in. Hit us up on any of our social media sites. Check out some of our old videos too. Let us know any feedback. We're open up.
We
to
wanna
any
hear.
type of anything you want to kick back at us. We listen to it. If you think that we don't, trust me, we do.
We do.
Or topic, anything.
Yeah, topics or what we want to try to get into as well too. Once some of this stuff calms down and the restaurants open back up, we would love to go on site and actually do maybe a little piece at a restaurant or a brewery or something like that.
Oh, we are going to do
And
that.
yeah, so we've got some
do
big
that.
things in plan for the future or the growth of the podcast. So
Yeah.
thank you for you guys who have joined us early on, and hopefully we continue to make some good content for you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
We love
So,
you.
Thank you,
Have a good night,
guys.
guys. Have a good night. Take care.
Take care of each
Later.
other.